Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for yet another match of the Champions Cup. As you guys can hear, my voice has still not completely come back from the earlier live stream, but we are ready to go. The Wasps taking on Munster should be a very entertaining game of rugby, and both of these sides, they're relatively close in terms of the rankings for themselves, but we are getting very close to this game taking place. La Rochelle are also going to be having their matchup. At the same time, they are playing Glasgow for their game. But I hope you guys are all doing well. Only Coventry yawns, dry humours, some squiggles as well, and a few Step Brothers quotes thrown in for some fun as well, says Jay Hayes. But I hope you are all doing well. We have got Crazy and Zeb, we have got Jay, we have got Archie there as well. Evan is in the chat, and as well as Katie Dixon. So I hope you guys are all doing great. I hope you are all excited for this game as well. And what we will be doing is we will be doing a little bit of the co-commentary. We will be showing you guys what the score is in a La Rochelle's matchup up against Glasgow at the exact same time. But here are the starting lineups for both of these sides in this matchup. They have both gone with quite strong sides. Now, Munster, they've had a few troubles with their side so far, unfortunately. That is due to the travelling to South Africa, travelling back. But this is the side for the Wasps, first of all, that we are looking at. They have got Brad Shields, the Kiwi, there at number 7. Then Tom Willis at the back at number 8. Very strong, talented player. That man, Jacob Umaga at 10. Jimmy Gothith going to be slotting in at number 12. And then out of the wings, it is going to be Kilbarigi, Bassett, and then Marcus Watson will be slotting in for the final position in their backline. Now we look at Munster here, and we are going to go like this. This is the side that they have gone with. They've still got some very talented players here. Peter Omani going to be at number 6, Connor Murray at 9, and Joey Carberry is going to be there at number 10. Then they have also got Damien Dialende, the big South African boy, running it hard at the line. Andrew Conway finding some good form in the Autumn Internationals for Ireland as well. So he is going to be out there in the number 14 jersey. And I would say that overall, this is a pretty strong Munster side for what they had available for this matchup. These are the benches that they have both gone with for this one. So the Wasps, they are the favourite. They are at home for this game as well. So we'll be interested. It'll be interesting to see how it slots in. Sorry, my voice is probably going to try and cut in and out throughout these live streams, but we are still going to be continuing doing our live streams because we have got another match straight after this one, the Harlequins versus Castros. And once the vocal cords warm up a little bit more, I feel like we're going to be completely fine for throughout it as well. But I hope you are all doing well. We have got there. You won't have to, don't have a voice tomorrow, mate. Sounds like you need a little rest as well. Says Jay, the thing is, like, I'm currently wide awake, but it's just the voice has decided that it doesn't really want to exist for these live streams as well. But we are still going to be watching some rugby. It should be a very entertaining game between these two sides. Looking through at the front row and also through that four back, they've got Tyke Byrne, who I didn't even mention, who will be at number 4 for this one as well. We have got the Arlo, Kiwi Lads, and Katie Dixon. How are you guys as well? Says Batman, we're doing very well, mate. And yeah, I hope you are doing well as well. Do let me know your score predictions for this fixture, ladies and gentlemen. We have got two strong sides, both wanting to get themselves underway in the Champions Cup with a successful matchup. And it is going to be also, like I mentioned, La Rochelle taking on Glasgow. They are the other game that has taken place at the exact same time. And we will be giving you updated in terms of who is winning that one. And in the end, State front say they did actually end up losing their game into that matchup that they were playing up against in the end Connacht, who were actually able to beat Leinster just a couple of weeks ago. We have got the after all as well. Says it is Richard. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you are doing well. About the Wasps, they are currently sitting about mid-table. All right, as well, Munster, we have got their 34-13 in favour of the Wasps as well. Afternoon, says Richard. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well and hope you are all excited for some more action of the Gallagher Premiership. And also, we have got the Hey Audi, hey y'all. Hope you're all well as well. Says Katie Dixon. We are indeed, and thank you very much for tuning in. What time is it at the moment, Katie? In America, do let me know. Are you sitting 10 p.m.? No, sorry, 10 a.m. I believe, and hit that like button as well. Says Jay, you heard the man. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. Our voice does not normally sound like this, that is for sure. But it has decided for the last little while that it doesn't really want to exist, unfortunately. But we are making it work. We are still going. And La Rochelle, they are certainly a side who in their game, tell you what, we all have a prediction as well for La Rochelle versus Glasgow. Can they get themselves a win in that one? La Rochelle as the favourites for this picture of the Wasps. They are at home. We're at Coventry Building Society Arena, I believe it is called. And it's 8 a.m. in the high desert as well. Says Amish there, and also Evan has said that it is going to be just in favour of the Munster side here. So everyone is actually predicting Munster to win this game, I do see. And they have come in as the underdog, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. We have also got that. Take it easy for your voice, Kiwi Lads, as our lemon honey is the best drink for a sore throat. I think the worst thing is, like, my throat's, like, not even sore at all. It is just the voice does not want to come through the way that it normally would. Like, that's the thing. I thought after talking as much as I did yesterday when I was talking today, I thought, okay, my voice is going to be, like, probably gone, but my throat will also be very sore. But my throat seems to be absolutely fine. It doesn't sound it at the moment, but yeah, the throat is feeling completely fine. It is just a little bit of the voice deciding it doesn't want to keep on playing the game. We have got good things, Katie. Hope you are well too as well. And also the stage should trample the buzzers in a chat from Sebastian. So at the moment, it seems like a lot of you guys are saying that it is going to be the Wasps who will be losing this game, even though they come in as the favourite. Munster, they are a very talented side to remain. Point, will it be the referee in charge of this one? Between these two sides, we have got a game after this one. It is between the Harlequins and Castres as well. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We have got their Munster as well. Says Elena, so everyone going for Munster here. And at this matchup, who's going to score the first try for Munster? Do let me know in the chat. But they have got a very strong backline. I'm going to say it will be Andrew Conway. Kicked off here by the Wasps. They are going from left to right here at the stadium where this game is being played, which is Coventry Building Society Arena. It's a long one. It is going to be on the side of Munster here, and they are going to be hanging on to this ball for the early stages of this one, just inside of their 22. 3 out of 3 for Ireland as well for this weekend as well. At least make it 4 out of 4 as well. And also we have got their Come On Munster as well. And who are you going for? Wasps or the Munster as well? Says a bash man there. And also how many times will Peter O'Mahony land on his head this game? Hundreds, thousands. He and his TM skeleton cannot be stopped as well. I'll tell you what, I pronounced that terribly, but it's in the hands of the Wasps at the moment, and it's going to be Nassim Carr who is driving his way forward. I'm also seeing out there Thomas Young is in the fullback, which is going to be interesting to see how he goes. I think they've actually changed it. And Brad Shields is playing lock for this game. I do see he is actually at number 4 for this game. And come on, Munster, and go Munster in the chat as well. We have got there, but it is going to be the box kick now, put up by Alfie Barbary, who is going to be starting at number 9 for this game. Munster taking it nicely, a little bit too high with that tackle, I believe. And the crowd are not too happy with it by the sounds of it. Josh Bassett making a big hit. Connor Murray now receiving this ball outside of the 22 here for Munster, as they continue to try and drive their way forward just inside of the 22. 70 cents on the Wasps as well, says Jay, and big love everyone. GG. Oh, sorry. Cheers for tuning in as well, says Sebastian there. Yeah, anyone who is new, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's going up high. It's going to be taken beautifully by, in the end, it was actually not Jacob Umunga. They've changed their lineup quite a bit. Jimmy Gothard there is going to be starting at number 10. And also same here, go Munster, that back line with Andrew Conway and the centres are crazy good as well. And to 70 cents to Yawns as well. Says Katie Dixon there with the hashtag on the halfway line at the moment for the Wasps. Good offload ball there. And the Wasps, they're going forward just inside of the 22. This is a brilliant run from the number 7. He's gone into touch. So tell you what, that was an absolutely insane run from Thomas Young, able to outpace some of the Munster backs. But he has been cut off, and it seems like they are saying maybe he's been able to score it. I believe he was just pushed into touch, but maybe he has been able to pull off just a miracle try. He just kept on running sideways. Thomas Young, no one was stopping him as soon as he got that acceleration going. $70 on the Bucks as well, said Sebastian there, and also Katie Karate in the garage as well, says Jay Hayes. They're going to be going upstairs here for Thomas Young. The hand is in touch, so that is going to be, and he threw the ball at the line as well. So either way, that was not going to be a try there for Thomas Young. He got close, though. He was doing decently, but he is well and truly in touch. So now it's going to be Munster, who have got the line out only 5 meters out from their line. And also a great Katie, go Munster as well. In the chat there, we have got anyone who is wondering at the moment, La Rochelle, they are about to take on Glasgow. And also we have got the most streamers slightly ahead of this one. So apologies to everyone in advance if I get overexcited and give away a spoiler as well. Says Katie Dixon, it is no worries at all. By the way, how did the karate go last night, Katie, as well, says Richard there. But the time is back on. It is going to be now a line out for Munster, only a few meters out from their line. Peter O'Mahony, important role for him to play in that Munster fullback. They don't want to be out physicality by the side in the Wasps. It's Nassim Carr at number 6 who was against him. Well, this one, he goes up, and they have been able to receive that one. Munster, Connor Murray now firing it back across field, and they're just going to throw the big men at the line. And that's the thing, Munster's pack is absolutely phenomenal in this one. John Hodnett is actually the man who is at number 7 for this one. I've got an itchy eye. That's unfortunate for myself. One has gone to touch. And also we have got there in the chat, no worries, Katie. You can't get timed out anyway, as says Sebastian there. And by the way, how did the karate go as well? But now they are just showing their replay of the run for Thomas Young. He got so close to being able to make his way over the line, but just pushed into touch marginally. Very close for him to be able to pick up the very first try of the Wasps. So Munster under pressure early on. And now it is going to be Dan Frost. Throws it to the back. It was relatively straight. And now going to be a nice bit of drawing pass. So originally my lineup said that Jacob Umaga was the man who was going to be starting at number 10. Instead, Jimmy Goffith, though, is getting that. And now it's going to be the penalty in favour of Munster. Tom Willis not releasing the ball as the call, and he is not too happy. Little bit of push and shove as well between a couple of physical forwards. We have got there how many leagues of rugby are currently present. I can see a lot of leagues except international rugby friendly and World Cup matches. How many countries play rugby as well, says Coding. So on the world rankings of rugby, we've got around 100 and I think it's 105, but around the world there's probably like 10 of the top level leagues, I guess you could say. So there's Super Rugby, Top League, Top 14, also Gallagher Premiership, URC, the Curry Cup, I guess, is marginally up there as well in terms of those big competitions that I have been listing around the world, and the MLR as well for the American side of it has taken part as well. But now it's going to be thrown in by Scott Buckley. Nicely taken by Munster. They're going to try and get this rolling maul going. They've got a physical forward back, and it is actually Brad Shields for the Wasps who is going to be starting in the number 4 jersey. So they've actually transitioned him to lock. So I'm not sure whether or not there was an injury that did affect it, or whether it is just the case of what they decided to go with. But once again, it is going to be in the hands of Munster just outside of their 22. It's Connor Murray now going back. The referee has gone down, which is never what you want to see. Using the big forwards now, it's going to be the loose head prop. There's an advantage in favour of the Munster men as well. Murray now goes back across. I'm looking around. Joey Carberry looks like he is going to be one of the keys in the back line for them. Just lurking. Connor Murray sells the dummy, pops the ball up. That's going to be loose, and that's going to be the penalty in favour of Munster now. And Katie touched my drum set as well, and I tried to, but Jay Hayes wouldn't let me move the drum set as well. And Itchy Eye is better than an itchy bum. That be Worms as well, says J.A. there. But it is a penalty for offside in favour of Munster. 5 minutes into this game at the moment, and it is still going to be 0-0, but this is a chance to make it 3-0. If they do decide that they want to take on this kick. And also we have got there, according to World Rugby Rankings, there are 110 nations playing rugby. The last placed nation is American Samoa, and please check for Kovo also as well, says Coding. And also we have got there, you could have used the drum set, Katie, as well, says Richard, but it looks like Joey Carberry here, he is going to be taking on the nice, easy 3-point attempt here for himself. But at the moment, the referee just getting a little bit of a drink. I believe he did take quite a heavy knock when he was out there as well, but they are locking that one at the moment. James French is a man who has fired up. And that's the thing, the 4-pack of Munster, I'm looking through Tyke Byrne, Peter O'Mani. Also, they have got Okiki at the back as well, and also being a stepbrother is awesome. Hashtag one of the bros as well, says Katie Dixon there. But Joey Carberry now, he will be lining up this 3-point attempt. Definitely got plenty of skill when it comes to that boot. I know a lot of people want to see him as possibly an international player in the future, and hopefully he does get a little bit more of a chance. La Rochelle at the moment playing up against Glasgow. They are sitting 3.5 minutes in, and it is still going to be in that situation of it being 3 minutes in 0-0 between those two sides. This is a good opportunity, though, for Munster to be able to take the lead up against the Wasps. Kicks it nicely, kicks it straight down the middle, and now Munster, they have the early lead, and they are leading this one 3-0 up against the Wasps. Your voice is not right today. Take care yourself, sore throat as well, says Coding. I don't actually have a sore throat. It is just for some reason my voice has decided that it doesn't want to actually work, and it does make me sound like I'm very croaky, but like that's the thing, my throat feels completely fine, like it's not even sore or anything. It is just the fact that everything's working for me except my voice at this stage. And yes, Cody is right. I hope you are resting your voice as well, says Katie Dixon. And also Bunk Beds, little more room for activity, and let's go Munster, says Evan. They've been able to take the early lead now, currently sitting 7 minutes into this game. The Wasps once again attacking. That's going to be the advantage now for not rolling away against Munster. Going back now off to the left-hand side. That one's been dropped by, I believe it was Luke Mason. Oh, sorry, it was actually Lee Berger who did end up dropping that one. So now it's going back for the penalty. There's an injury for Glasgow at the moment there as well. But 7 minutes in, and that one is going to be the penalty. Can Munster win with 15 points as well, says Mr. Cashew? Or 15 is going to be tough. I know that they came into this game as the underdog, but then it is going to be interesting to see how it does go. And also today, BBL matches are not there. Why are you not doing commentary for BBL? I am indeed doing the commentary for the BBL. It is just I always schedule those live streams extremely late as it is normally when I end up waking up. So it's about an hour beforehand that I do end up putting up those ones, because it is going to be the Melbourne Renegades taking on the Brisbane Heat, as I can't believe no try scored yet as well. And also, but I think Munster, if they win this game, they're probably winning it by about 7 or so. But I'm not sure about 15. Might be just a little bit tough. We have got their bunk beds to hold more room for activities as well, says a JA there. Now it is going to be the Wasps kicker, Jimmy Goffith, actually ex-Hurricanes man from Super Rugby. He is going to be taking on this kick here for his side. The crowd are completely silent at their ground. That is Coventry Building Society Arena is the name. That is a hard one to remember. Jimmy Goffith striking that one. It's at the post, and it has bounced back out, so that is going to be not 3 points there. And Peter O'Mahony puts it on the boot, and that is a kick downfield to the halfway line. Now Tom Willis takes it, and he's just going to throw himself at the line. Nicely run there. It's actually Alfie Barbary. I see they have actually changed it around, and now it's back on the side of the Munster side. Ball has been dropped. They have said that it did go backwards, so now Connor Murray, no, they are going back for the knock on. Another Amish, that, what awesome. Again, Wasps will take it as well. And also we have got their Ono off the uprights as well. And also we have got there the George emojis and the jab from Katie Dixon, but a good run forward for Alfie Barbary, who was starting at number 8. They originally had Tom Willis as their number 8, so I'm not too sure what's happened here with the Wasps in terms of their starting lineup, but a lot of men have been changed, unfortunately, there compared to what it was before. And Katie Dixon, can you please tell JAs and Sebastian Grammer to move on with the narcissist, stop dying out and just let me go on the stream. I'm here, I'm not here, Kiwi lads. It's no problem with me. It's just them as well, says Batman there. And also we have got there, would you like Brad Shields to score a try? Hamish, hashtag Kiwi Power. I would like to see him get himself one. Also, To'omanga Allen coming off the bench will be interesting to see how he goes. Last week I put liquid paper on a B. It died as well. Says JAs, what is liquid paper? I don't think I've heard of that one as well. And also, I'm just here to enjoy the rugby. Says Batman, and can La Rochelle win with 15 points as well? Says Mr. Cashew. I think they're pretty similar in regards to the fact that Glasgow are going to be a hard beat. I don't even know if La Rochelle are going to get the win up against Glasgow. That's how strong Glasgow can be at times. And the one also we have got there, please don't kill bees. They are important to the ecosystems as well, says that Katie Dixon there. But now it is going to be fed in there by Sam Wollaston is the pronunciation. That's a hard one to say when your voice doesn't want to work. Fed in nicely for the Wasps. They are trying to get it driving forward once again. It will be Barbary. They've got the advantage there for the Wasps as well. Fire back out now. A little bit of a mishandling there, and it is going to be a penalty in favour of the Wasps. At the moment, Glasgow, they have got themselves a 3-point opportunity in their game up against La Rochelle. And we also got there in the chat as well. Hey, Katie Dixon, hope you are well, or I hope you keep well as well, says that Kevin there in the chat. But at the moment, Munster, they are sitting on the 3 points. Wasps are sitting on 0. They did miss an opportunity a little bit earlier on to be able to get themselves the penalty over in the Wasps at this stage. 2 penalties against them, Munster 2 against them as well. Kicking it for the corner there for the Wasps, and it is going to be sitting 22 metres out. I have a genuine bee and wasp phobia as well. On the other hand, I don't mind spiders and snakes at all, and liquid paper is white out as well. Use it when you make a spelling error with a pen, kind of like an eraser. Oh, what do we call it here? I think we call it twink here in New Zealand, if I'm not wrong. I think we do call it twink, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong there, though, but now it is going to be the rolling ball here for the Wasps WhatsApp versus Telegram. Which chatting app is popular in New Zealand? Neither of the two. It's probably more Snapchat, Messenger, and probably Discord, I guess, is the other one that is relatively popular here. Now, once again, Barbary, he's going to be spinning out of the tackle. Nicely done by the big man there. And the number 8 jersey now, once again, passing it back across field. Brad Shields now gets his first carry of the match down the wing here. Thomas Young going to be wrestled almost out. They've got the advantage still here for the Wasps. Good low tackle from it was the number 5, Tyke Byrne, who was able to make the tackle there. Once again, Barbary just throws himself at the line. He is a very busy player without these ones. Advantage still in favour here for the Wasps. Going to be rolled back nicely. Cross kick opportunity for Jimmy Goffith. Goes high. It's too far though, and they're going back for the penalty as well. And okay, real talk. There is a specific reason why we are not giving a second chance to redeem himself. Or is there a specific reason? It seems to me that he is genuinely remorseful of his actions as well. By the way, Jay, in the chat as well. And there's Sebastian there, but now it is going to be the penalty in favour of the Wasps. Perhaps they decide that they do take on the 3 points once again, or do you go for the corner? I feel like they almost go for the corner here because you might as well risk it for the biscuit, because they haven't quite been able to get themselves any points on the board yet for the Wasps. Am I missing something? Please tell me and educate me as well. Says Katie Dixon there. And the jab of Jimmy Goff if he kicks it for the corner. So they are risking it for the biscuit here by the looks of it here for the Wasps. Looking for the ball, getting ready to go. It will be Dan Frost. Will be throwing this one in. And this would be, a random ball's been thrown on the pitch. That one has been kicked away though by, I believe it was actually a prop who was kicking that one. No, Katie has a chance to through 100 different accounts as well. Sets a batch in there. At 13 minutes into this game. Still going to be available here for the Wasps, starting to creep forward, only a couple meters short of the line, getting closer and closer. Frost trying to break through. Connor Murray able to hold him up though. And that is going to become a rolling ball. Oh, he almost dropped it, but he has still got this one in favour of the Wasps round the side of the breakdown. Going to be going high. Nicely tackled, and that's going to be the knock on, and Munster get the ball back as well. We have got there, he creates many fake accounts that trolls consistently on many channels as well. What a rhyme risk for the biscuit. What a line as well, says Coding there. And also, okay, gotcha. Thank you, everyone, as well. That one has been kicked into touch. Going back for the knock on, though. The original knock on. Glasgow leading their game up against 3-0. And also, it's because Katie J. Hayes and Sebastian Graham have a silly argument for it was just dumb. And plus, they don't understand me that well as well. Says Dr. Fate there in the chat, but 14 minutes into this game at the moment, and it is currently sitting 3-0 for Munster. They've still got a chance in this game, that is for sure, to be able to maybe get themselves the bonus point. They're probably going to need a roughly, it's very tough to tell how many of the tries that both of these sides will be able to get in this matchup. It's going to be a very close one, perhaps right to the final whistle. Yeah, we will have to wait and see how it does go. But at the moment, Munster, they have got this ball only a few meters out from their own line. 14 and a half minutes into this game, like I mentioned. And at the moment, La Rochelle, they are in a tough battle up against Glasgow. They will be hoping to get themselves a decent win there. And that as well. Okay, I'm speaking directly to Batman Analysis, Dr. Fate now as well. And 63 people watching, but only 5 actively commenting in the live stream streams. Numbers from YouTube, normally 30 people should comment as well. Says Cody, that's a massive push there for the Wasps. And they were extremely close to turning that ball over, but it is still on the side of Munster. Aaron Joey Carberry looks like he's going to be playing half back, putting up the box kick. Something that Connor Murray is normally pretty well known for, but instead he wasn't quite there. So that is because of the fact he had to kick it himself there. Joey Carberry just going to be inside of the 22 here with this one. As I am just going to have a very quick look at something. I don't know whether or not my voice is going to be able to survive for the Harlequins Castres game. Unfortunately, it sounds like it is slightly fading more and more, so I'm hoping that after this one I might, unfortunately, I really want to watch that game with the commentary, but I think I might just have to watch that one depending on how it goes. But at the moment there, the Wasps, that's going to be Munster, unfortunately, closing the gap there. And it was actually Tim Cardell who did get thrown across my guy. Unfortunately, you kind of made a mess of your reputation in this group. The best way to meet it is make your way back in and go dark for a bit. Take time and just watch and chill as well. And seems like slowly starting Hamish might, or seems like slowly starting game Hamish might get going in the second half. And hit that like button and subscribe. Appreciate the support as well. Says Sebastian, you heard the man. If you are new to this channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We will hopefully have my voice back tomorrow for this one as well. And they better as well in the chat. Oh, sorry, that was in the Discord. I do see there. But now 3-0 at the moment for Munster. They are still in the lead in this one. And it seems like they are just going to keep on slowly trying to push their way forward here. They are in no hurry at all here, Munster. They can put up the box kick once again there for Connor Murray, actually running down the field. Off the field there was Andrew Conway for a little bit, trying to go through the middle. It's a good low tackle on him, though. Still going to be available for them here for the Wasps. It's going high from Jimmy Gothif. Going to be tested under the eyeball. It is going to be knocked on there by the Wasps. Connor Murray now's got this one just outside of his 22. Pass it across to Conway. And now this is opening up for them. Here for Munster down the wing. Good run forward. But it was, in the end, Patrick Campbell who was dragged down on the halfway line. Connor Murray goes back. Joey Carberry looking for the cross kick. It's going to be sitting up nicely. No, goes into touch instead. And this might sound tough, but you really, anyone's job to understand you, especially since you seem to let the clutch out of your mouth before you have your brain in gear as well. Says Katie Dixon. That is one I haven't heard before. For sure, about 17 minutes into this game at the moment between the two sides. It's still a very close one. It was a great run down the wing by Campbell, but then he was cut off there, unfortunately, as well. Still going to be sitting here 3-0, like I mentioned, 17 into this game. Jimmy Gothliff is actually starting at 10. Originally, it was going to be Jacob Umaga who was getting the opportunity. I know that Marcus Smith is supposed to be starting for the Quins at number 10, which is going to be pretty awesome to see him alongside some of those other men in the back line for their fixture up against Castres, which could go in favour of the Harlequins. It's just a question by how many can they win it by. It has been called backwards, and now it's going to be kicked in behind once again by Keith Earls. Setting up nicely, though, for the Wasps inside of their own 22. Mr. Earls, I should say, missed that tackle. And because of it now, the Wasps are going to be running forward once again now. Looks like they are going to be putting up the box kick, and it will be Wolstenholme. Where's kicked that one high, sitting nicely, joking nicely by Conway now trying to break through. And also, do you know what's good? For shoulder pain as well. Says a JAs, that's a penalty to the Wasps there for the player leaving their feet for Munster in that situation as well. And nonetheless, we have got their JAs it's asking for a face smashing as well, by the way, Katie. He blued a guy with autism before as well. Says it was Batman there. Now currently sitting at 3-0 for Munster after 18 minutes, and it has gone into touch here, and it will be the line out. I do get closer and closer to sounding like the Monsters Inc. receptionist, Lazowski, that one. And also we have got there in the chat as well, Batman, stop before I start to cry as well, says Jay. And also we have got the use the time down to chill, recharge your battery. And also there's a pro tip for interacting in the chat. You aren't required to have a response to everything that is said as well, says Katie Dixon there. Joey Carberry now kicking this one into touch. And unfortunately, I'm listening to my voice at the moment, and I think it is going to be in that one of maybe. I think I'm going to have to skip the Harlequins one, although I will talk to you on Discord for a second, Sebastian, as well after the match, if that is all right, because I have got an idea for something, if you are keen for it. It's going to be now going forward here for the Wasps sitting 19 and a half minutes into this game now. Nassim Carr taking it nicely for the Wasps, and they are going to continue to drive their way forward 19 and a half minutes into this game. And it is looking like the cellular dummy there making their way forward. So do they have these games showing? Oh, it's another penalty to Munster, though, on the halfway line. Do they have these games showing in Romania, Sebastian, for the Champions Cup? Or is it, have you got beIN Sports? I think you mentioned that it is on that. Do let me know, but it's nicely done there by the number 7, which in this one is John Hodnett, who was able to win himself the penalty for Munster. And also anything Amish fire away as well. Says Sebastian there, that one's going to be the cross kick almost for Glasgow and La Rochelle, and also has Tony Butler or Connor Maloney playing as well. The chat says, Brian, I know that we got Connor Murray and also Peter O'Mahony, but I don't see the other names that you have mentioned there in terms of the players, so I'm not too sure. Oh, Tony Butler actually off the bench. He's going to be there, and also Connor Maloney is also there, sorry. So both coming off the bench for Munster in the second half, and also we have got there in the chat, come on the Wasps. Says that Jay there in the chat as well. Now it is going to be the line-out throw in favour of Munster. Scott Buckley throwing this one in, taken nicely by Tyke Byrne. And now just rolling off the back here, Damien Dialende dropping the ball, something we don't really see too often from him. Brian has said, thanks, no worries, mate. And I hope you are enjoying the commentary, even if my voice has decided that it does not want me to be able to talk today. I am still trying to see if it will keep on coming out. That's the thing, though. It sounds like my throat would be sore, but it's quite the opposite. It feels all right, believe it or not. It just doesn't want to quite work for my voice as well. But 3-0 at the moment for Munster over the Wasps. And also 6-0 for Glasgow in their game up against La Rochelle. I feel like they are in a good position to be able to go on and possibly win that game. Glasgow, Gregory Aldrit is also out there for La Rochelle, just trying to get in every single breakdown that he can. At the moment, though, the Wasps sitting 25 metres out from their own line. They are at home at Coventry Building Society Arena here in England. So that means that the next game between these two sides that will be taking place early next year, they are going to actually be in Ireland for that one, and that will be an absolutely phenomenal match. They have been told to use it. They've got the advantage there and the penalty in favour of the Wasps. Also, we have got the how was your voice during the BBL today? Good, or did it start to go as well, says Jay. Pretty much from the start of that BBL game, it was slowly on the decline. Unfortunately, it just didn't quite want to kick in. And then I've found that anytime I stop talking and then start talking again, it seems to slowly kind of drift out a little bit. But normally if I talk for a little while, it slowly starts to come back. But every once in a while, there are certain words that just don't quite want to come off the tongue too nicely. Okay, that is my TED talk as well. I'm truly on your side, a narcissist as well. I know you are remorseful, but if you want to be part of the group, you have to, or you haven't been punished, but haven't been punished as well. You've been consequenced as well there, says Katie Dixon. Oh, it's going to be thrown at the back there. Dan Frost stolen there by Munster, though, in the breakdown. And it is going to be now Buckley once again steaming his way forward. Wasps, they will have to defend out. It's going to be slightly charged down by Ty Byrne. Not quite able to clean that one up. It's going back for the penalty in favour of Munster again. And that is for offside against the Wasps. In that situation, I think you need a day off, Cobber, as well, says JA. So hopefully it does end up coming back tomorrow in terms of my voice, because that's the thing. I'm used to talking a lot, but I don't know whether or not it is like that. It's just decided that for the next kind of day or two. Like normally I've had times before after a live stream out, it just doesn't quite work for my voice. But now it seems to be like for the last little like while in terms of the last day or two. All that one actually did go in touch for Munster. So now it is going to be the line out here for Munster, sitting 23 metres out. I feel like every time I try and completely open my mouth, it would end up going, I could access the game on some stream on my phone, though, because I don't have my laptop on me with me right now as well, says Sebastian there. Yeah, hopefully you will be able to watch that game with the Harlequins and also Cash Race. Hopefully the Harlequins win that one for you relatively comfortably, taken nicely by Peter O'Mahony. Once again in the rolling maul situation for Munster, driving himself forward once again. Scott Buckley just throwing himself at the line every time. Connor Murray now trying to get them going up the middle of the field. It doesn't look like they're making too many meters at the moment, though, for it's big contact between Shield and also the other big lock for Munster. Now it is going to be Chris Farrell in the midfield, getting forward just a little bit more. It's going to be dropped by Joey Carberry, kicked forward there, and it is going to be a bit of a foot race still, juggling the ball for Conway, trying to stop him from getting that one, and it's going to be shunting off nicely there for the Wasps, and I think it was actually Kilbariggy as well, who was trying to help himself to that one. Frost trying to go through the gap, not quite able to. Tim Cardell now, stolen there by Munster in the breakdown. Absolutely phenomenal work, though, from the big forwards as well. Come on, you Quins as well, says Sebastian there. That's going to be kicked in behind. This is going to be a foot race here. And the ball goes into Dutch. Kibarigi is not required to be able to cut that one off. Like they're saying at the moment, both sides are just throwing everything at each other, but no one's able to get themselves a try as of yet in this one. I can't believe no tries yet as well, says Katie Dixon. Yeah, these two sides, though, they seem to be extremely evenly matched. At this stage, they are just saying that they want to check a challenge from Brad Shields. Now, he actually gets himself penalised quite a bit in the Gallagher Premiership. I remember one game, he got a yellow card. He went off the field for 10 minutes, came back out there 2 minutes later, got another yellow card, and then that was his night over for him as well. It's a good run for Lauderdale, I do see here. And they are trying to make their way forward in that one once again. At the moment, they are going to be going upstairs, checking whether or not there is a dangerous tackle. Oh, Brad Shields, I don't know whether or not he's wrapped the arms enough to be warranted as a proper tackle. Oh, that shoulder to the head. This could actually be, I spoke of the yellow cards for Brad Shields. This could be yellow, if not maybe a little bit more for himself. He might end up getting a little bit of a sit down for the next 10 minutes or so here for Brad Shields. He certainly wouldn't want that. We obviously got their Wasps are not to be underestimated, especially in Coventry as well. Yeah, they were the favourites going into this game. And you can understand why, because they have got such a strong side in that regard. But at the moment, it is going to be in favour of Connor Murray. He is just sitting there out on the field. I mean, it's kind of a wrap, but it's also kind of not a wrap for Brad Shields. So what are they going to be deciding here? That's the big question. I cannot see something there, is the comment from the referee here. So I'm not sure what that will mean in terms of what he decides to go with. And this one, I will mention anyone who hasn't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It is hugely appreciated. All the support you guys have been showing. My voice may not be here, but I am certainly here for this match as well. They're saying he kind of powers out of it. This is going to be a big decision in this matchup, whether or not they go down to only having the 14 men out on the field, or whether maybe it will end up in that position of them being able to get out of this without a card. From that angle, it does look like Brad Shields does try and attempt a wrap, which I feel like is why he might be safe. Just maybe if he's lucky. It's going to be a tough one, though, for him. of whether or not he is going to get himself penalised and whether he is going to the bin or not here for Brad Shields. They are looking at this one many times, trying to work out exactly what they are going to decide on it. And the question is about to be answered. What do they decide to do here? Is it going to be a yellow card for Brad Shields, or is he just getting the warning? I believe he is getting called over. He is actually the captain of the Wasps. So that could mean one of a couple things for him as well. The same as Spencer also an narcissist, because the guy posts him incredibly that in Discord, and sometimes he is out of line as well. I don't think it is. I think he is a different guy to a narcissist, if I'm not wrong there. There is a player down at the moment for La Rochelle in their game. Brad Shields has got a red card. He's just asked the question to the referee, is that legit? And also we have got there, voice may be a little off, but yet again, eyebrows are on point as well. And I'll say, okay, thanks, Hamish, as well. Says Katie Dixon, will this game be posted on YouTube after, or is there someone to watch it once it's over as well? Says Brian. So pretty much there is a Champions Cup YouTube channel, and they will be showing that one. Pretty much they show a short highlights package of the Champions Cup and the Challenge Cup game. So it is called the Champions Cup, I think it is, for that one. But that is a red card to the Wasps. That changes this game big time for what is going to be happening in the later stages. That is for sure. At the moment, there is a big injury at the moment in the La Rochelle game. That is a massive decision, like they're saying. That could change the game here for the Wasps. They are certainly not going to be too happy with that one, and they are now hugely the underdogs in this fixture for this one. And Kiwi lads, I vote Munster to win. I feel they are more stronger than the Wasps. Do you agree as well? Says it was Barry Green. I feel like they have certainly got a side. They have got the capabilities of being able to win a game. And we have got there with all due respect, but it's not all right if he is a racist as well. Says Katie Dixon there, and also we have got their Brad Shields in there with the red card. And hey, Hamish and everyone, welcome in to the live stream. Kind of coin in. You will be happy to see that Brad Shields now going to be off the field for the rest of the game. Munster have just missed that kick from straight out in front, and now it is going to be the Wasps who will be attacking this one. So, hey, Gunner as well. Shields is out, mate. That's huge as well, says Sebastian. It is indeed. That could be a game changer. It's going to be the penalty, though, to Munster, and now he will get another opportunity of it being able to possibly get this one over. But 26 minutes into this game at the moment. Munster still 3-0, and it did end up just in the post for Joey Carvery. Normally very cool, calm, and collected with the boot in hand, or not the boot in hand, I should say. I was going to say the ball in hand, but also the boot off the tee, and combine the two of them. Hope he's not holding his boots. I feel like they are a lot better when they are on your feet rather than your hands, but this stage, they have got the man disadvantage for the rest of this game, and that's what why we do karate in the garage to smash the Muppets as well. What was the red card for? So pretty much he did end up he wrapped him, and unfortunately from certain angles, it did actually look like it wasn't too bad. And from other angles, they did decide that from what they saw, that they were deciding that it was going to be a red card for Brad Shields, which is a big shame because he is a talented player, and they certainly will not be happy not having him out on the field. Okay, I hope you're enjoying the game as well. And also we have got there in the chat, no, not happy. That was clearly harsh red, yellow at most as well. Yeah, I thought they were going to give him a yellow for that one, Brad Shields, but they decided that they were going to be going for the full red card for Brad Shields, unfortunately for him. And also, La Rochelle win 15 plus points at Munster to 15 plus points. Do you think it's possible as well, says Mr. Cashew? Have you got a multi on, Mr. Cashew? Do let me know. But yeah, at the moment, I would say La Rochelle by 15 might be a stretch, but Munster now by 15, now that they have got the man advantage for the rest of this game, is probably the more likely of the two. But it's still like La Rochelle at the moment, they are losing by 6 points. Yes, it's a multi as well, says Mr. Cashew there. And it is also, I got you, brother, and I'm not here to make people think the way that I think as well, but I've seen heartbreaking stuff posted, and it's tempted me to time them out many times as well. And also they will just have fight at hearing as well. Says that Barry Green is going to be taken nicely by Munster once again here, just outside of their own 22, I should say. Anyone who's new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We will be back with more Champions Cup action. My voice doesn't normally sound like this. Normally, we have got plenty of power on the vocal cords, and it's going to be the Wasp there trying to get plenty of power going in that forward back that is missing one of their main members, Brad Shields. They are going to be stepping back across. It's kind of ironic that I mention him straight away, and also we have also got there in the chat as well. But do you think La Rochelle can take it with 15 plus? Can they do it as well, says Mr. Cashew? It's possible, but I don't think it is plausible in this situation because they're already 24 in, and you're right. I should have got red card as well on the Brad Shield play for the Hurricanes before move to England as well, says It was Kevin Thomas. He has indeed no squiggles. How's the Serenity? As well says J.A.C. here, pretty much it is the cricket live streams that we do seem to get. If you feel that he needs to be punished, absolutely go for it. He's called me a dirty palm numerous times as well, says Sebastian there in the chat. Now it is going to be the rolling ball starting up for the Munster men once again. That looked like it was a little bit high for the tackle, but it is still going to be on the side. And Connor Murray, yellow card as well there. Says that Barrett Green, but at the moment, Glasgow once again driving their way forward nicely. Seems like they are definitely going to be the side to try and beat in that fixture. Going to be taken nicely here by Kilbarigi. Finds the offload as well. Nicely done and still available for them at the moment. Here going to be going for the little kick behind from Jimmy Goffliff, trying to find the space. Going to be a lot of pressure there on Campbell, the fullback, running it straight sideways, passes it back across field. And now they are still starting to open up the gap. Peter O'Mahony, nice bit of drawing pass out to Tyke Byrne, the two big forwards. Beautiful pass on the outside. Down to Andrew Conway, I believe it was, or it might have been Earls. Was charging his way back. Marcus Watson now got this one just inside of his 22, passes it back across field. Jimmy Gothard lined up there. A lot of pressure on the ball. Has dropped to the ground, but it did go just backwards. They're still under pressure for the Wasps, trying to counter. But Peter O'Mahony is dragged down with someone on here once too as well. Says Batman. Also, we have got there, said we know you like a good car wash, mate, as well. And there's going to be the running chip and chase from the Wasps. Going to be just outside of the 22, just going in and out. It's going to be Joey Carberry gets it. Thomas Young was actually the man who did kick that one. Helmfeld, it's going to be, is it a penalty to the Wasps? No, not quite there for them, but it's being turned over in the breakdown. The Wasps have got it back. Good attack and run forward for them here. And it's going to be now to draw and pass. It's looking like a good step on the inside. Offload there. Step from the Wasps. And it is going to be the try of Alfie Barbary, who has been able to get the first one of the match as well. And also, wait, isn't a pom a slang word for a British guy as well? Do I get that wrong as well? And how can you be a pom if you're Romanian as well? And I think it's unfair on team. When teams get a red card, they should be allowed to bring on a replacement. Do you agree, Hamish? In some competitions around the world, it is going to be in that situation of they actually do have a 20-minute red cards. We saw it for the Rugby Championship last year, but at this stage, it seems like these competitions for the Champions Cup, top 14, etc., are going to be in that situation of being only the full match rather than get out a little bit of time off. But at the moment, La Rochelle, they are 6-0 down in their match up against Glasgow. That is why it is going to be so tough for La Rochelle to be able to win that game by a lot. We haven't got there because I support England in cricket as well. And there's Sebastian there as well. But now it is going to be the Wasps. They have been able to convert, and they will lead this game now 7 points to 6 over the La Rochelle. Sorry, not over La Rochelle, over Munster. So a good run forward there for them. And it is looking like it is going to be so important for them in the later stages. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel because I support England in cricket. And also we have got the OMFG as well, says Katie Dixon there. But Alfie Barbary, he is going to be kicking this one off once again by the looks of it for Joey Carberry. He has got to get it back underway for Munster. And Wasps smash 70 cents as well. What game tomorrow, BBL? It is it is actually Brisbane Heat versus the Melbourne Renegades. So that will be a very exciting match to cover on the channel as well. Still going to be on the side, and Munster get themselves the penalty there. Nicely done by the Munster men. It looks like Peter O'Mahony at the moment might have a little bit of an injury there in the leg. It looks like the knee might actually be a little bit of pain there for Peter O'Mahony. I hope that it's nothing too serious because he is a talented player, and I really hope that he is all right in that regard. But it looks like he is getting just a little bit of attention for that kneecap. We have got there Bearberry. It's the most adorable surname of all time and so on. Also, we have got the try scorers for Alfie Bearberry for the Wasps, and I don't think Willie LaRue play for Wasps anymore as well. I don't believe so. I know that they've got Marcus Watson as a good option at fullback. Also going alongside him is normally Jacob Umaga, but he is not playing. Well, that's one and Peter no as well. Surely he's not injured. You know that the head's not giving up on him, but it is just maybe the ankle or the knee that looks like it is going to be causing a little bit of stress for Peter O'Mahony there. It looks like he's in a lot of pain, Peter O'Mahony, by the looks of it, so I'm not too sure what he's done to that knee. I think he may have just twisted it a little bit, trying to make his way back up to his feet as well. At the moment, they are just talking about Alfie Barbary. He was able to be in the right place at the right time and get himself a try for the Wasps to get back into this game. They've decided to take the scrum there, or the scrum went down, so that is what the penalty is for, and it is in there as well on fleek. Peter O'Mahony as well, and what's wrong with your voice, Kiwi lads, as well, says a Barry Green. Pretty much it is from talking so often in the last kind of few days in a row, and my voice has decided that it does not like me anymore, so it doesn't sound great at the moment. I'm hoping that it does come back for the next live stream that we do on the channel, which will be tomorrow, and that is the BBL. I'm hoping it is back by then. If not, then I guess I'm going to just sound a little bit worse as well. Does Gertley Beale play Racing 92? Hamish as well says, Kevin, he does indeed. Played 15 for them in that match yesterday. It was going very decently for them as well, but now it is the line-out throw. Scott Buckley once again throws it in for Munster. 33 minutes into the voice sounds like it needs to go into low power mode for a bit as well. Says that Katie Dixon there. The thing is, I don't know it, but I probably talk in my sleep well and truly, like commentating random things that are happening in my dreams. So maybe that is why my voice has decided that it doesn't like me. Good attack and run there for in the middle there once again for Munster. They are only sitting 10 meters out. Tyke Byrne now receives the ball from Murray. Once again, fire back, and it will be a coin in the number 1 jersey. Getting an opportunity now once again, just dropping to the ground. Buckley, good tackle on him. And it seems like the Wasps, they cannot afford to let Munster get themselves another try here. They need to keep on going and see whether or not they can push through and get themselves their first try of the match. They haven't scored one yet. Connor Murray passes it back across to Tyke Byrne now, carrying the ball forward nicely here for Munster. What a tackle run. Oh, that was a lot of aggression in that tackle, and I believe it was actually Chris Farrell who was dragged down. Good bump off there from Scott Buckley once again around this side there. Tyke Byrne, it's an advantage per offside. Give you that sleeping live stream 10 out of 10 watch and listen to Hamish while he sleeps as well. Imagine that. Oh, it's going to be misread. And that will be the try, I believe, there for Keith Earls. I believe that ball just set up. They had the advantage as well, and that is going to be the try for Munster. Lemon and honey, black tea as well. Also some soothers, cough lollies for the throat. If it gets worse, I'll need antibiotics as well. Says Jay on workers' compensation as well, says Jay there in the chat. I'm hoping that it doesn't get to that stage, and hopefully it does end up just returning after a little while. We have got their try for Munster, says that Katie Jackson, but it was very nicely done. Earls, he just waited for the bounce. No one else was willing to just sit there and watch this one bounce inside of the in-goal area. It was chased originally by Chris Farrell. It was taken by Keith Earls. It was very nicely done. There's a little bit of a boo going around the crowd. I don't think they're too happy with the fact that Kilbarigi, might have actually been pushed here. They're just checking whether or not Kilbarigi did receive a push. Oh, I think that's relatively close, but I think it is going to be all right. And also lemon and honey tea sounds good right now as well, so might make some at halftime as well. And also we've got there come on Munster, says Katie Nichols there in the chat, but it's going to be Earls who was putting the ball down, but it's whether or not there was a big enough push on Kilbarigi to be considered as a challenge, and that one has gone over from Munster, so it has been given to this try, and now they are leading this game 13 points to 7 here over the Wasps. A good start to the match for them. La Rochelle still trying to work their way forward. I see Josh McKay out there. It is great to see him playing. He did actually pick up an injury earlier on in Super Rugby and also the Bunnings NPC, I believe. He was out for a little while, but gained success at the moment for them. They're doing very nicely. I'm not going to hang for you. You're ending the stream as your voice ain't well as well. Says that JA is all good. I mean, you can still bring it on with the yawns because, I mean, at this stage, a yawn per try seems to be on effect for the fellowship of the Katies as well, coming to a Sunday near you as well. Says that Katie Dixon there, but now it is going to be Connor Murray who will be putting it up. I had to leave. There was a there for a while. Keep going, Munster as well, says Richard. They are working hard. That one's just bounced off the skull of the Wasp player, getting very close to the touchline there. For Connor Murray, they have still got this ball though, Munster. In the breakdown, they've been phenomenal, but now the Wasps win themselves the penalty for flopping over in the breakdown against Munster. And actually, I see La Rochelle have been able to score the try, and I believe it is actually their number 1 who has been able to get us. La Rochelle going to be taking the lead in that game up against the opposition. It is going to be La Rochelle up against Glasgow for that fixture. Should be an exciting one between those two sides as well, but Glasgow trying to stop the rolling maul from happening, and they could not. Just keep on going there, La Rochelle, and get over with the big forwards now. It is going to be the line out here. 37 minutes into this first half, getting closer and closer to halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We normally have our voice back, and you will need that because later we will be doing karate in the garage as well. Says the JA there. Now it is going to be Dan Frost throwing that ball into the front in SM car. And they have got this one for the rolling ball once again here for the Wasps, sitting 20 meters out. Still going forward. It has almost gone down. 15 out now for them for the Wasps. They are still continuing to fly their way forward. They have been told to use it once. They're about to be told to use it again if this ball doesn't come out. They've gone short side there. Little grubber in mind, and it's going to be dead. In the end, it was between Kibarigi and also Kiki, but he was able to stop it from it being put down. And they're going upstairs here to see who it actually touched when it did end up going dead, whether or not it was pushed dead. Because if it was actually pushed dead, I believe that would be not allowed as well. And also, we've got the elevators with a couple ropes there from Katie Dixon. Ooh. So whether or not Okiki has tried to catch that ball, and it does end up going dead. So I don't know whether or not, how are they going to read this one? I think Kilbarigi actually probably got more of that ball than Okiki did, so it is going to be the goal line dropout in favour of Munster. La Rochelle winning their game up against Glasgow now 7 points to 6. So they have scored the opening try of that game as well. It's kicked off long, and it is going to be taken by Kibarigi now once again. Going to be steaming forward for his side. Good low tackle on him, though, by the Munster defence. They are always great with their low tackles and normally spring straight back to their feet and get themselves a breakdown as well. And you should have a Katie reunion from all around the world for Christmas as well, says Richard there. Now, once again, it is a good attack and run. Be dragged down nice. Well, kill coin, though. Still available for him. He was able to roll out of that breakdown, just throwing themselves at the line. It is Okiki once again for the Wasps, who was having to make that tackle, almost going straight through, but good low tackle on Tim Gardell. Now looking to the short side, going for the 50-22, almost attempted for them there, but Joey Carberry is back, and he has found a massive amount of space back there. Anthony Watson has to go for it, and it is going to be, it's just outside of the 22, just waited for it to go out. If it had gone just a meter forward, it would have been the 50-22 for them there as well. We have got their own name and Lord as well in the channel. So we have got the I used to do karaoke or karate for real when I was around 11 or 10, as I got a yellow belt in that as well. And I quit for some reason. I don't remember why. As well as this Katie Dixon there. Little yawn coming up for myself as well. But now it is going to be Dan Frost throwing this ball in for the Wasps. Still going to be on their side, taken by Tim Cardle. And he has gone down only 25 meters out or so from their line. In fact, it's probably less than that. It's probably sitting around 20. And they are now going to continue to throw those big men at the line. Once again, it was Alo. It wasn't making just a couple more meters for inside La Rochelle. At the moment, they are in a good position on the field. That's going to be charged down. And now Munster get the ball. Tyke Burn one-on-one with Jimmy Gothliff just a meter short. I think he's injured himself, though. They've got the advantage. They've actually rolled him over there, the Wasps. And now it is going to be double blow of the whistle. Someone's going to the bin. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a black belt. It's not a karate belt, just a leather one to keep my jeans in place as well. Says JAs, I believe the Wasps are now going to be down to less men. And Tyke Burn, I believe, is seriously injured. The way that he fell down and straight away he did end up gripping the leg or something for Tyke Burn. I believe this could be a serious injury for him as well. And unfortunately, I think it is Dan Frost who is going to be going off the field for the next 10 minutes. Yes, it is Dan Frost. He is confused at what he is actually being penalised for. He's looking up to see whether or not it was a tackle or not for him as well. Try scorers Alfie Beverly and Keith Earls as well for Munster and playing poker out there. Yellow cards everywhere as well. Says Katie Dixon, I would say you were a kid, to be fair, Katie, as well. And there, but that was hard work for Tyke Burn. As soon as he fell down, you could see the way that he was just screaming out in agony. I'm not too sure what happened to him. And also, we have got the I've watched Toy Story, Hamish. I have a while ago. I haven't actually watched it recently. Is it the new one? Have they got a new one coming out? I think the last Toy Story I watched was Toy Story 3. If I'm not wrong. But Dan Frost, he is going to be spending the next 10 minutes in the bin now. He is not too happy with it, and the Wasps are down to 13 men. And Oprah Voice, you get a card, and you get a card, and you as well, says Katie Dixon there. Tyke Burn, I'm not too sure what happened to him. I think it might have been a twist of the neck or something along those lines. It just doesn't look like he is too flash at the moment. That is quite painful, trying to keep your mouth closed while yawning. I have learned that one was not straight from La Rochelle or from Glasgow, I believe it actually was. So now it is going to be La Rochelle who have got the scrum beef by themselves. But Connor Murray is just asking the question about something that did happen there to Tyburn. They've got the penalty only a few metres out from the line. If they take the 3 points, they are going to be outside of the 7. So maybe they do try it as well. Wasps are in the deep. As an imaginary girlfriend, Jenna had some Toy Story stories, Buzz and Woody as well. In the chat says Jay, and also we have got there, I freaking love Toy Story as well. Toy Story is the jam. And also, is Joe Rogan really dead? As well says you, and I didn't realize that is the case. If he is, do you know what happened for it, Ewan? Because I know that he was he commentating for UFC Fight Night or UFC, whatever they did have just before. So if he is, I haven't actually heard that rumor. If that is true, but now it's going to be Tyburn only a metre short of the line for Munster. Connor Murray now, the ball's going to be slapped down. It's a knock-on, 2 knock-ons, and that is going to be half-time now between these two sides. So the score will remain 13 points for Munster and 7 for the Wasps going into half-time at the moment here. Yeah, both of these sides have been putting in a decent effort. Definitely, you'd have to say the Wasps, with the fact that they are only sitting on the few they've only sitting on a little bit. Okay, I did look up Joe Rogan to see whether or not he had actually passed away, and it doesn't seem to be the case, luckily. So I guess you did get me there if it was a prank, but I was just checking to see whether or not he was all right. I thought Byron is dead, brain dead as well, says AJ but that is the end of the first half between these two sides. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you guys are new, my voice is normally a little bit better than this. That is for sure. But yeah, that's going to be interesting to see exactly how it does go in the later stages of this game for Munster. They have got the 2-man advantage. Okay, be right back. I'm going to make that honey lemon as well. Says Katie Dixon there, and also FOYM as well there. And also I watched 3 Toy Stories. I'm not sure if number 4 as well, says Kevin Thomas. I assume they will remake it at some stage, like as in they will have like a newer version of it coming out. I was going to say they will make it so that it's like live action thingamabob, but that's not really what toys do. I guess, and yes, please, Katie, I'll have a whiskey, please, as well. And thank you, brother, as well, says Katie Dixon there. At the moment, EI West able to convert there for La Rochelle, so they now lead that game up against Glasgow, 10 points to 6 at this stage of the matchup. It seems like it should be a win in favour of La Rochelle, but you never know. Could always change in a hurry in this lovely game of rugby that we do know and love as well. But anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, as we are going to be back with plenty more action from not just this game, but also of the Champions Cup. This is the final match that we are going to be covering this weekend. But hopefully it does go all right as well. We have got there. Sebastian has been thanked there by Katie Dixon and what for as well. And yeah, you have coffee, Katie Dixon there, says that Kevin as well. But yeah, hopefully the voice does start to come back in the second half. I don't really know what tone I should be going with, whether or not it works better if I go deep with it, or whether it is better if I go with not so deep. If I try and go high, that kind of works. But I don't really want to talk like this for the whole second half. I feel like everyone would get really annoyed if I was to talk like this. Wasps down by 13. They are not. It was 13 points to 7 there in the first half. Yeah, no, I would rather talk like this than have you guys listen to that for the second half. That is for sure. I feel like that would annoy everyone within about a minute or so. But saying that, this probably does as well, with my voice not quite working the way that I would like to. But the Wasps are winning at the moment. Hopefully we Scarlets and the JR can beat Bordeaux in our first game of the Champions Cup next Sunday as well. Says Silent Ref. Yeah, hopefully they will be able to get themselves a win. We have got them men in the chat, and high is good as well, says that Jay there. And also breaking news, Hamish took a shot to the bollocks. Says Sebastian said that. The voice is a weird thing, because if I was to talk like this, it wouldn't be too bad, other than the fact that I'd have to talk like this as well. And we have got their Wasps deserve to be down by 13. They're pissing off Remain as well, says the Irish. But yeah, the stage of La Rochelle are also just having a little bit of trouble at the moment with Glasgow in the early stages of their game. You'd say it is 10 points in favour of La Rochelle, and also it is 6 for Glasgow as well. But yeah, pissing off Romain is in the referee for that one. He has already had to give a red card, already having to give a yellow as well for himself. But now we are just waiting for the second half to get back underway. But that game between La Rochelle and also Glasgow has come to half time as well there. and I believe there are no games of the Challenge Cup that are taking place. Anyone who doesn't know, there is one more game taking place tonight. That is going to be the Harlequins, and they will be taking on the tough opposition in that Castres. It is a home game for Castres. It is in France, and they have certainly got the home field advantage for that fixture as well. That kind of works from down here. I might actually do this for the next little while, and people will be like, hey, why do you think your voice is deeper than it is? But that is why, because I'll pretty much have to talk like this to keep myself kind of talking without it completely disappearing. But we're at halftime at the moment. I'll get you guys some stats on the first half. We have got to imagine if someone donated $50 for you to talk in the high voice for the rest of the game as well. Says Jay, where's Steve? Steve will do it. Steve would probably do it, to be fair. But yeah, at this stage, it seems like the thing is, it's annoying because it's only my actual voice that doesn't want to work. Like, I can go really high like that and it's completely fine, or I can go really low and it doesn't seem to be too bad. But as soon as I try and talk at my normal level, today Castres versus Harlequins, it is a 5:30 kickoff the UK and wants to become a rugby league team soon as well, says Sebastian there. Yeah, at the moment it is sitting 76% in favour. In terms of the tackling percentage, it's not the highest from Munster. They have actually missed 11 tackles so far in that first half, and also Steve would do it as well, says Jay there. And the chat, but 53% at the moment in favour of Munster for the possession, 46% for the territory side of it, though. They've had a little bit less. They've actually had less running metres as well, 142 compared to the 222 that the Wasps have been able to get for themselves. 11 defenders beaten, 7 defenders beaten for Wasps, also for Munster. So they've actually been going a little bit more decent in that second half. They will have to try and make sure that they keep on kicking it in and keep on getting it going. Clean breaks, 3 in favour of the Wasps compared to just the 1 of Munster. And also, we've got anyone have a stream to watch the Munster game as well, says Ewan. Or it might be, is it Ewan? Hopefully I pronounced it correctly. Or is it just Ian? Maybe, but if it is, it might be Owen. Is it Owen? I think it might be Owen, but pretty much it is on the Champions Cup that we are going to get to see it as well. You talk a lot as well, says Stephen O'Brien. I do indeed, and I feel like that is why it is just my fault that my voice has decided that it has disappeared as well. And also, we have got there, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Click on the bell. It's free. Show some love as well. And the mistakes from Munster, the course, are going to happen from more often with such a young team as well. Exactly right. They've got a few of those experienced players, but also a lot of new names being thrown in there as well. So hopefully we do get to see them go around in the second half. They're actually currently leading up against the Wasps by 6 points, but could easily change because of the fact that the Wasps, they're down to 13, and sometimes that can just fire a side up and really light the fire under them to try and keep themselves going. They actually scored their first drive with only 14 men on the field. They haven't scored one with 13 men on the field yet, though. And also Owen as well. And down what games are you going to watch next weekend? Leinster, Ulster, Bath, Sale, Exeter, Racing, Quins, Cardiff, and also we have got their Munster, Tigers, Scarlets, Toulouse, and Bristol as well. You'll still sound out as well. Says that Stephen O'Brien there. But yeah, pretty much my voice, unfortunately, has ended up kind of cutting out a little bit. And Hamish, well, when are you planning to fight the Fantastic Four again as well? Says Sebastian. That is a good question in that regard, but pretty much I will quickly get those those fixtures that are taking place next weekend for the Champions Cup, so you guys know exactly who is going to be playing, and I will let you know what games we are going to be showing on the channel, or what games we are going to be commentating on the channel, I should say as well. At the moment, we've actually got some old school highlights here in New Zealand at halftime. The Chiefs taking on the Highlanders, and what is a pretty awesome historic feature, I guess you could say, that we are going to get to see for Super Rugby as well. So for round 2 of the Champions Cup, we are going to get to see Montpellier versus Leinster as one of the first matches. Also Ulster taking on Northampton, Harlequins versus Cardiff, Bath versus La Rochelle, Sale versus Glenmont, Racing 92 versus the Ospreys, Glasgow versus Exeter, and then Munster. They will be taking on the Castres, and Scarlets versus Bordeaux, Leicester versus Connacht, Toulouse versus the Wasps. That is actually going to be on the exact same time as we are today. And then Stade Francais, they are taking on Bristol as well. Also, we have got there's Van Gran leaving Munster as well. I'm not too sure whether or not he is going to be on his way. I know that Ulster, when we're talking about the Irish teams, they actually had Dwayne Vermeulen out there getting to play for them yesterday, but we've seen a few transfers happening relatively recently for these other sides, so perhaps it could be another one on the cards. It's because your low voice sounds like Dr. Doom as well, says Sebastian there. Yeah, I feel like the thing is, I don't know where to put my voice at the moment. Like, I feel like I could go low, but then I kind of feel weird doing it. Like, it just makes me feel like I'm just being, don't know. Sitivatu out there on the field at the moment scoring tries for the Chiefs in the old days. The lineup at the moment. I will show you guys exactly who is going to be going off the bench. The more Springboks in Ireland, the better, I say, as well, says Irish Yoshi. And also we have got there Van Gren as well in the chat. We will go like this, and we will go like this. There we go. That is the bench that both of these sides have gone. We will quickly remove that pin comment so you guys can see underneath in terms of what it is going to be for the two benches they have got themselves. Thomas Young is actually starting this match, though, as a big change. So these are quite wrong because Nassim Carr also starting the match. Tuamunga Allen, he is not out there yet for them. And also Maloney and Butler, someone did mention them earlier on. They are going to get an opportunity here. And at the later stages as well, we have got there. Who will Jordan play Crusaders in New Zealand as well? Says Kevin, and he is going to be there. And George Ford, or Jay Ford, sorry, is a friend of mine as well, says the Irish Yoshi there. And the chat, I still can't get you with that name, as says Jay. Nah, I'm doing all right. Oh, I didn't actually, the thing is, I read Van Gran, and then I wasn't sure whether the rest of it was actually English. So I didn't realize that it was actually that name for Jenna, as O&J is firing from all positions, but no cigar yet as well, says Sebastian there. And the chat as well, but nonetheless, we are getting very close to the second half. Get them back underway. Do let me know your final score predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Who is going to be able to win this game? I'm going back right to the start to see who has got the closest prediction so far. So the prediction, there was one earlier on for 17 yawns, of course, which is going to be an interesting one. But anyone else who hasn't predicted who you think is going to be able to win it for this matchup, do let me know in the comment section, and we will see who is closest at the end of the game. I will say who's closest at the moment. Someone has actually got Munster. Oh, sorry, actually, no one has got the exact score just as of yet, but Evan did predict 23-20 in favour of Munster. Munster was going to win by 40-20 for Richard there, and then it was Batman who was predicting 34-13 for the Wasps as well. Oh, sorry, for Munster as well. So everyone's going for Munster. 42-17 as well for the Irish Oceania. With 2 men down, I think Munster will score 3 more tries as well, says Sebastian. So that would give them a nice bonus point in their favour. And I feel like bonus points in this early stage of the competition, I feel like they're absolutely crucial for the Champions Cup. At the moment, it is once again just going to be the second half about to get upon us. And unfortunately, it seems to be that they have a very long halftime break for these ones, I've noticed. It is a little bit annoying for those ones as well when you are just waiting for the second half to get back underway. I feel like that would drive you guys insane, even if I did that for a minute. It works well. I mean, the voice is working better when I do it like that than the other way. And also, the next 10 minutes will be huge for Munster. They should run away with it as well, says the Irish Yoshi there. And 2-minute advantage, I mean, as well, says Sebastian, and Lowell says J.A.'s. The thing that I've noticed, though, is not too many people have actually been mentioning my voice. And it's like the new people who are coming along the live stream. Maybe they think that this is what I sound like normally, and they don't want to say anything just in case it is like something like that I'm just kind of stuck with. I feel like that might actually be the case because we haven't really seen anyone. Like sometimes, like if I was talking like this and someone who is like a regular viewer of the channel, they come in and they're like, Hamish, why do you sound so weird? But now like anyone who's coming in from an outside perspective are like, oh, okay, his voice doesn't sound too good, but maybe that's how he sounds, so we won't do anything about it in that regard. Now, La Rochelle versus Glasgow, that's going to be a good second half of that one. Hey, I've only heard you like this as well, says the Irish Yoshi. I don't normally sound like this. Normally the voice is working not too badly. I sounded like that when I was a teenager and hit puberty as well. If you're new, please don't inhale cigars. Look at that result, says Sebastian. Cheers, Sebastian. Yeah, pretty much. I actually, before the live stream, I was thinking to myself, it sounds like I smoke about 4 packs a day at the moment, the way that it's going. No bonus point for either team. Munster 26 and Wasps 17 as well for Stephen O'Brien there. But yeah, hopefully, by tomorrow it does go not too badly. Anyone who does want to know the results for the other matches we have had so far, Racing 92, 45 points to 14 over Northampton. Toulouse winning their game 39-7 over Cardiff, and then Leinster winning their game up against Bath 45 points to 20. They were probably the 3 most one-sided games that we have seen so far. Then Leicester was sitting 16 points to 13 over Bordeaux, and what was an incredibly close game. Ulster winning up against Glenmore sitting 29 points to 23, and then Exeter once again, another runaway game that we did see there, and it was Exeter Chiefs who were able to win at 42 points to 6. Sale Sharks playing earlier on today, beating the Ospreys 21 points to 13, and then Connacht able to beat Stade Francais 36 points to the 9 as well. But La Rochelle and also that will be Glasgow, they are playing off in the other game that we aren't covering on the channel at the moment, but it is getting closer and closer to the second half being up on us, and hopefully it is going to be a high-scoring one. I will mention anyone who hasn't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe on this live stream. It is usually appreciated, all the support you guys have been showing. We have got the KFC Big Bash that will be taking place tomorrow between the Brisbane Heat and also it is going to be the Melbourne Renegades. They're back out on the field, Munster. We are almost ready for the second half, ladies and gentlemen. So do let me know also for your predictions. Who do you think will be able to score the first try of the second half? The exact player it is. And I'm going to say it will be, I'm going to say Luke Mearson. We haven't really seen him. Eddie Jones once again at the ground. He goes to all the games. I've noticed Eddie Jones. And there is Mr. Bissell, who would be sitting in between them. It is on the seat, but no one is sitting there for Mr. Bissell there. But Eddie Jones, he has once again got the beanie on. He is just watching a little bit more of the rugby, which is great to see that he is kind of paying attention to all of the young and up-and-coming talent that is coming through the English ranks. Off the field now for the first little while, it will be Dan Frost, and plays secretly a Perth fan and the BBO and soccer as well. Says that J.A.'s that the Perth Scorchers, the Perth Glory, did they end up getting a win this weekend, or was it someone else? I know that Newcastle were able to beat the Wellington Phoenix pretty comfortably, and also Central Coast getting an upset win over Sydney this game that did take place as the latest game of the A-League. Now kicking this one off, Joey Carberry. Well, the man is David Pocock, retired Amish as well. Says that Kevin Thomas, unfortunately, I believe he has, sadly, and Nope Glory lost as well. Says Jay, who were they playing in their game? I know they weren't playing Brisbane. Who were they up against? Oh, they were actually the earlier game of the week, weren't they? Up against Melbourne City, where they lost 1-0. And also I'll go with Damien Dialende, centre power and 3. Yeah, we've hardly seen him in this first half for Damien Dialende, which is rare because normally when he plays for South Africa, you can always see that guy. He's just always in a good position. Munster will score the first try of the half as well, says Stephen O'Brien there for his prediction. Which player from Munster do you think will be able to get it, Stephen? Do let me know just inside of the 22 now, and the Wasps have been able to get this ball, and they will be able to hang on to it for quite a little while. Yeah, they have got the man disadvantage for the next about 8 minutes or so. So you do not want to be losing another man to the bin. Imagine playing with 12 up against Munster. That is just a death wish waiting to happen. If that is the case, it is going into touch. It's a good kick downfield. And now it is going to be Munster who will have the line out throw. And also we have got their brass tick as well. And the chat says Brandeis as well. Welcome into live stream. Also Chris Farrell says Stephen O'Brien. And also we have got there John Hodnet. I keep on saying that wrong, but he is going to be possibly a very good shout, the number 7 for this matchup. He has been going pretty good in the first half as well. Jeffrey Tuamanga Allen out on the field at the moment. He is a Kiwi, and it is great to see the Kiwis out there on the field. Definitely with Brad Shields getting the red card earlier on means that he does not get himself the opportunity. Tyke Byrne now going to be wrestled down to the ground by Jeffrey Tuamanga Allen. Now it's Connor Murray going back across field. Kilcoyne, driving his way for Connor Murray now. Better drawing past Damien Dialende, gives it off to Joey Carberry. He was almost tackled by Conway, his teammate. And Lewis Hamilton wins race again. Hamish as well. And I don't really follow, so I'm just the streams for the banter and to upset the Muppets as well. And Andrew Conway to score Munster's first try there from Paul O'Sullivan. Also very good shout. Had some very good form in the later games of the Autumn Internationals, and he is one of those guys that out on the wing in the Six Nations could be a game changer for the Irish side. Now driving down the wing, Tyke Byrne, beautiful offload to Conway. Driving up nicely, 35 metres out. Connor Murray goes back across field. Carberry now to Dialende. They've got so many numbers on the outside here. Campbell goes himself on the inside, and it is going to be Campbell who scores the try there for his side. Patrick Campbell does get it. He is getting crushed by his teammates. If Munster win today, it means all Irish provinces win their first match as well as this Irish one. That would be very impressive indeed for Munster to be able to close out the clean sweep for the Irish, and that is a brilliant try for Patrick Campbell. Just pierced the line, and as many Muppets as you would expect on a football stream as well. There's Sebastian there, but now La Rochelle also making their way back out onto the field to take on Glasgow for one more half of rugby there, but around the side, Tyke Byrne just breaks the line. Offload beautifully on the inside to Andrew Conway. Was dragged down by Nassim Carr, and there was just so many men on the outside. They literally could have probably drawn a pass about 7 times in a row there, and they still would have had someone on the outside for the pass, and it was in the end. Campbell just sold the dummy, went himself, went straight through. He had to score it because he did decide to go for that lone wolf option for him, and he was able to get it. True said BBO is full of them now as well, or full of them though as well, says Jay. Yeah, we do get a lot of spammers on the KFC Big Bash live streams. Do you like boxing, Hamish? As well, says Kevin, I do like a bit of boxing, but I haven't really followed it as closely as the likes of rugby or cricket or anything along those lines. But now Joey Carberry. He hits the post. It comes back, and that is going to be unconverted. So the score will remain 18 points to Munster. And also we have got there 7 for the Wasps. Cricket is a muffet magnet, true as well, says Sebastian there. But just drawn pass from Munster. It was hard work. The moment they are checking whether or not there was a little knock on from Andrew Conway. Oh, it almost left his hand. But it is the try to Campbell, and he has been able to get that one. So I guess we'll ask the question once again, who is going to score the second try of the half for Munster then? Now that we have already had just the one straight away on that one. Now it is going to be once again driving their way forward here for Munster up to the halfway line. They're really starting to drive nicely. What a moment for Campbell. He only joined the academy a few weeks ago now. First appearance, first try as well, and he's been looking good throughout this game. Damien Dialende now with a bit of a step as well. He's going to be dragged down low by the Munster side, or sorry, the Wasps defence now. Connor Murray once again. This could be drawn past here. Side of Kilcoyne would straight in with the run there. Simcar getting it straight in the breakdown. No, not quite able to get it. Connor Murray now passing it back across field, looking for the offload. It's a big knock on though from Munster. It's still going to be play on Thomas Young. So we got there, didn't Sonny Bill Williams try boxing at one point? He did indeed. And 7 Yawns closing in on that 17, I predicted. So says Jay, that puts it up to 8. And also, yeah, huge moment for the young man, as I says Sebastian. At the moment, it looks like it is Owen O'Connor who was there, who just knocked that ball on. He looked for the offload, didn't quite get an 8 as well. Says a JA's there in the chat, but let us show at the moment they are sitting 4 points ahead of their opposition, Glasgow. It is 35 minutes left in this fixture now between the two sides. That's two tries, 3 tries for Munster. I think that is 2 tries so far. So they would need another 2 if they do want a chance of receiving that bonus point, which could be crucial at the early stages. We have got there, hey, I'm back. Says Katie Jackson, does my voice sound as smooth as it did earlier, or does it sound a little bit worse? Katie, do let me know. But 45 minutes through this match at the moment between Munster and the Wasps. I learned if I talk either super deep or super high, the voice kind of comes back just a little bit more. So I can if I talk like this, then it is just a little bit better for ourselves. Or if we go right up here, it seems to be not too bad as well. Anything in between, it doesn't seem to quite like me too much. That's going to be now in the hands of the Wasps, going to be feeding it in. 2 tries so far, 2 more for the bonus point as well, says Paul O'Sullivan. So yeah, they should. I'd like to think Munster can do it. I'm so sorry about that clean out from Omani. Wasn't right as well. I think the referee has screwed Wasps as well there. And why do the bookies make Wasps favourites to win this? It makes you wonder what they watch every weekend. That's the thing. I was 100% back in Munster to be able to win this game, even when it was 15 against 15. Like, Munster are just one of those sides. Yes, it's a home game for the Wasps, but unless it's a home game in France, you don't really have that same home field advantage type thing, if that makes sense. And now it's going to be Tyke Byrne. Does pass it off the back, and now it's going to be a bit of drawing past Connor Murray. Also, we've got there John, who's with that John Cleese lady voice acting. 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10. And so well there, and also we've got there Hamish, wish I could share some of my honey lemon tea with you as well. Says that Katie Dixon. Yeah, now it's going to be kicked a mine for Earl's not quite able to take it. I'll probably end up having some form of, I think I'll have some water after this live stream alongside some lemon and honey if I can find it as well, because they didn't anticipate Wasps to have an outbreak of their own as well. Says it kind of going in there. Is that why they're missing their players? I didn't realize that was why they didn't have some of the certain players that they did have in the starting lineup, the likes of Jacob Umaga, also a couple of guys in the back line. They did not have Tom Willis, also not there. Going to be just put down there by the Wasps, and that will be now the goal line dropout for themselves as well. 9 says Jay. But how many cases did they end up with kind of going in for the Wasps? Because, yeah, they're missing Jacob Umaga. Also, a few of those other guys are missing in that four back that I was expecting to see. It's going to be a nice 22 drop out and now kick downfield from Kibarigi. Sitting up nicely here for the youngster Joey Carberry on the outside now to Keith Earls. Good low tackle on him by the halfback for the Wasps. Now it's Okiki, fires it back across field. It was a flat pass, maybe a little bit forward if we're being honest, but it doesn't matter because Jeffrey Tuamung-Allen has been able to turn that one over anyway, I should say Nassim Khan now. Loose ball, little bit of a slip, and Andrew Conway is going to score the try. Be sure to get some lollies for the BL stream. No need torturing yourself as well. Says Sebastian, yeah, I think I will have to go and buy myself some of the cough lollies as well, and hopefully that will help out. But Andrew Conway scores the try for Munster there. Even without the man advantage, they have been looking strong in the early stages of this one. Jack Dempsey actually having a good run there for Glasgow. Of course, he is there. Quite a few Australians and Kiwis scattered throughout that Glasgow side in recent time, but unfortunately, just the loose ball went straight into the hands of Devon Conway, and he was able to pick it up as well there for himself, and he was able to get that first try of the match for himself, but probably not the last. I feel like he's got one more in the arsenal as well. At 48 minutes in a Munster, now they have got a good lead at the moment, that is for sure. 25 points to 27. That kick has gone over. And now Munster, they are one try away from getting a bonus point as well. The first time your voice liked the same as well, says Kevin. It is indeed the first time ever on our live streams. We've been doing live streams for the past year and a half. We've done over 200 live streams as well, some back to back to back to back, 14 hours straight, and no times has this happened. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know whether or not it is that I've slowly worn it away, or whether it is just a certain day that it's decided that it doesn't like me too much. La Rochelle there, I believe they were trying to take on the kick and they did miss it. So now they are still leading by only the 4 points. Well, it's got there from Paul. Andrew Conway is a lethal finisher. When you give him a sniff of the try line, exactly right. A loose ball with Andrew Conway running onto it. It's just a loose ball that you're giving away a try for. That's a kick out on the full there from the Wasps, and you cannot afford to make those mistakes early on in this one, because now Munster will be on the halfway line and they will be asking for the scrum, where they have looked pretty strong throughout the early stages as well. So make sure you clean and oil your rifle and have ample ammo before the BBL stream, mate, as well. This is Jay there, and I hope you don't have infection in throat perhaps as well. An outbreak of what? If anyone entered a break, it was Munster. 18 players down with COVID and still winning as well, says Richard as well. And also 10-7 to go. And now a drop of hot Irish whiskey and you're sorted as well, says the Irish one. What's the best brand of Irish whiskey? Do let me know. And I'll be going forward now for the Rolling Mill Dyke Burn, asking the referee whether or not his legs were taken out. And also we have got the, are you going to be okay for the screen? Quinn's stream, Amish, no matter how badly we want to hear the game. I think we can all care about your comfort and health, mate, as well, says Katie Dixon. I have actually unscheduled that Harlequins one because I know that my voice will completely be gone, unfortunately, for that next one. Oh, penalty in favour of the Wasps there. Connor Murray kicks it away. But yeah, unfortunately, I have to unschedule that. Oh, I did unschedule that one just because I know that it's not quite going to be kicking an okay good as well, says Katie Dixon. And also Middleton races nice. Green spot too as well, says that Jonathan there, for a type of Irish whiskey to look out for. I don't know how many players Wasps are missing. I know Munster are missing 34 players. The Munster team are made up of a core of regulars and paired with academy and pre-academy kids as well. And Hennessy there, says that Richard has another option and hope you feel better soon as well, says Stephen. That's the thing. I feel completely fine. I don't know why my voice is like this compared to the rest of my body. Like, I'm wide awake. I'm feeling fine in terms of everything else, other than the fact that it just isn't going. You know, the voice isn't going the way that it normally does. Have a nice good rest, man, as well. You deserve it. You worked very hard to make awesome content for us as well. And also we have got there Tullamore Drew is also a top drop as well. And sweetest and best Irish whiskey is Jameson as well. Jameson or Powers, says Katie Nichols. The thing I quite enjoy here is the fact that I'm like, who do you guys think will score the next try? And we get like 3. And then I'm like, what alcohol is good? And we get about 10 different comments just all down there as well. You guys know your whiskey. That is for sure now. It is going to be the Wasps who have got this one in hand, going for the Rolling Mill once again. 51 minutes into this game at the moment. And the Wasps, they are struggling just a little bit up against Munster. who are sitting on 25 points so far, 1 try away from the bonus point, but now it's opening up nicely for the Wasps. Going forward, he is going to be dragged down there, the Wasps player. Now it is Jimmy Gotham steps back on the inside, not quite able to link up and straight on the ball there. Gets it for a side, surely. Yes, he does. And it's brilliantly done from Scott Buckley. As no worries, Amish the Quins will get the job done regardless as well. And also, what did I just start as well? Says Irish one there in the chat as well. I mean, you brought the community together, that is for sure. Everyone who does love themselves a whiskey. Glasgow at the moment only sitting a couple metres out. Might be able to score another try here. Up against La Rochelle. Close to the line. Not quite able to get there, though, for them. Now it is going to be kicked into touch by Munster. They're looking pretty strong in the early stages as well of the second half. They've already been able to pick themselves up 1 try, only 1 more, and go on the mighty Munster as well. Irish whiskey, Scottish whiskey as well, says David there in the chat. And bust out her whiskey opus book and slams it on the table. And hit that like button for the whiskey as well, says the JN. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated for your support, says Sebastian. You heard the man. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. My voice is well and truly almost gone, but I normally don't sound like this, I swear. But do be sure to hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying the live stream so far. Connor Murray offloads it back. Looked like Tyke Boom was going to be lurking around the outside, but didn't quite receive that ball for a side. Connor Murray now flat ball, nicely run forward there. Offload to Tyke Boom on the outside. Now it is going to be the big man in the number 8 jersey. He's dropped the ball, and that is only going to be inside of his own in goal area. Thomas Young, he is swarmed, and it's going back. I'm the Hermione Granger of whiskey with this book as well. See that Katie Dixon there. And at the moment, they are just checking this one. Hey, Amish, you're a tiger, mate. Any single malt whiskey, mate. I like Glenn Fittich. It's Scottish, though, as well. And you think La Rochelle can win. Still win with 15 plus. Glasgow just scored a try, so I don't think it is going to be La Rochelle to be able to win by 15. How much money did you have on it? Mr. Cashew, do let me know. And also, Jay, it's Christmas as well there. And the chat as well. Whiskey makes you frisky. From Jay in the chat. And also, we've got the hi, Katie Dixon. Says, David, I hope you are doing well, mate. We are currently sitting in the middle of the night here in New Zealand, but 53.5 minutes down in this game. 1 try for the Wasps, 3 tries for Munster so far in the early stages of this second half. We have still got another 26.5 minutes left. Scotch whiskey. Yeah, g'day, double David as well. And it just says JA's there. Like Glasgow at the moment trying to make themselves just a little bit closer to being able to win that game. That's the thing. They are not out of that one yet. They will be able to convert as well. So the score is going to be 13 points to Glasgow and 10 to La Rochelle at the moment. Once again, Munster look like they are going to be driving their way forward here for their side. Let me rolling the ball back. They've been told that they've got 2 seconds to use this one. So the referee is not messing around. It is the halfback for Wasps. Does put it into touch. Going to be just outside of the 22. And David, good vibes as well there. And brother, how you do? Says it Katie Dixon to David. David there. The ruck speed at the moment. Munster in the first half. 3.1 seconds for the Munster side compared to 3.6 in the first half. Now, this is a big stat. 2.7 seconds for the ruck speed in the second half on average for Munster compared to the 5.7. That's an extra 3 seconds it is taking for the Wasps in the average ruck. And that is explaining why Munster have had so much momentum and also so much of the ball in the second half as well. It is going to be once again going off the back. Damien Dialende, the big South African, going to be just driving his way forward. And also we have got that Tillamote Drew. Has that stuff sweet as well, says David there. Still going to be available for them. It's anyone's ball. Connor Murray has got it back there. Damien Dialende lined up by his opposite number. But he hasn't quite been able to make the tackle. And I think he's actually injured himself there. For the number 12, and it is actually Michael Lieberger. Oh, it's going to be almost stolen there by the Wasps, but not quite. Can La Rochelle win? But with 15 plus, or should I cash out as well? Says it, Mr. Cashew. How many legs have you got so far, Mr. Cashew? Do let me know, because they have currently got 28 minutes left, and they are currently sitting 3 points behind. And as Munster 4 tries, I did not count, as well, says Richard. So far, they are sitting on 3 tries. 1 more will get themselves that bonus point, and they are kicking it for the corner. Once again, actually, it's a penalty there, but it isn't going to be a yellow card, or is it? Okay, I thought for a second it was going to be a yellow card to Glasgow, and I was going to say that changes things just a little bit more, but La Rochelle at the moment, they are sitting on 10 points compared to Glasgow's 13, so I don't see them getting that far ahead for this one, unfortunately, and also Munster's 4 tries, I did not count, as well there. This is about to be the fourth by the looks of it. They're in a good attacking position on the field. Anyone who is new to this channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because we are going to be back with more Champions Cup action next week. Munster taking a nicely Peter O'Mahony. Now offloads Tyke Byrne. Beautiful inside ball. That's the fourth. And that's going to be the bonus point. And it will be Scott Buckley who does receive the try for a side. He has been on fire throughout this game. Did deserve one. I thought Wasps in there as well. Wasps was given more stick Munsters as well. We'll give him more stick Munsters. And there, says Kevin. But it was Scott Buckley who was able to score it. It is great to see him score because, like I mentioned, he's been on fire in the early stages. Smashed likes SJ as well. Yeah, let's see how many likes we can try and push ourselves up to. O'Mahony offloading it back to Byrne, inside ball. And it was beautifully done by Buckley, who was able to score it. And now that one has gone over as well, the try scorers. That is going to be the bonus point. It is Alfie Beerberry. And so I should say for the Wasps, he was the only player. Then other than that, Keith Fields, Patrick Campbell, Andrew Conway, and Scott Buckley have picked up the 4 in favour of Munster. And it's just a nice set play off the back as well, but 57 minutes into this game. Oh, okay, Glasgow are going to the bin for 10 minutes by the looks of it here. This one continues to change that little bit of momentum in this game. La Rochelle, they'll be able to win this one, but how much will they be able to win it, or how much will they be able to win it by, I think is the question that is on my mind as well. I'm hoping for the best. Should be a very exciting game. Munster are currently winning this one by 32 points, which is very impressive indeed. Now, Simkai looks like he's got himself a little bit of an injury. You hate to see that for the players, and it looks like it is going to be quite a serious limp here for him, unfortunately. But La Rochelle, they are currently sitting with a points differential. They're just a little bit down, 19 points from the Irish teams this weekend, or got from the Irish teams this weekend. Not much more you can ask for as well, says Richard. Exactly right. Who was the team that missed out on the bonus point? Richard, do let me know, because I assume they would have gotten 4 points and then the one bonus point. I assume it wasn't Leinster, wasn't Munster, wasn't Connacht. Who was the one team other than them who played? I feel like I should know this, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Who was the other Irish side? Ulster. Ulster are the other Irish side. Did they get a bonus point? They actually won 29 points to 23, but they were only able to get themselves two tries in that game. I was trying to think. I couldn't think of Ulster. There it is, Ulster in the chat from Richard as well. But yeah, they only got themselves 2 points, but they got the win over Clermont as well. So the table at the moment for the Champions Cup, it's actually Exeter Chiefs in first, Racing 92 in second, Leinster in third, Sale, Ulster, Clermont, La Rochelle, and then Glasgow are sitting there. But those two sides have not played a game as of yet. OMFG, Benjamin Grant of the Western Force just joined San Diego Legion as well. Says that Katie Dixon, that means you will be able to see a few more of those fellas from the Super Rugby competition heading over to the MLR in the near future. Currently sitting 58.5 minutes into this game. I'm trying to change my voice just a little bit more. Once again, see whether or not it will kick back in, but it is going to be the number 9 here for the Wasps. It was only £5 to get into the match today as well. That's a very good price. So did you go to the game, JS2000? Let me know, are you at the game at the moment, or do you not live nearby? It would have been an absolutely awesome one to go to for anyone for the Wasps, or also for Munster. It's going to be taken nicely there. And now running his way for a good run forward from Campbell. He has been looking sharp, and he is certainly going to be an exciting prospect for Munster in the future. La Rochelle at the moment, it looks like they might be able to get themselves a try very soon in this fixture up against the opposition. It's going to be a good run forward once again by Gregory Alrit. Just an absolutely phenomenal talent. La Rochelle at the moment, it looks like this was a little bit of momentum that they did need to be able to turn this game around. It's a penalty to Munster once again as well. Will Leinster be in the final? I believe so. I feel like if they're not, I would be hugely surprised with them not being able to get their £5. It's like $100 Aussie dollars. And yeah, only 2 tries for Ulster's, 29 points. Lots of kicking from John Cooney as well there. And yeah, it is going to be the knock on favour of La Rochelle. Nice ball in the inside. I'm just watching both of these games at the moment. It's a lot of fun watching 2 games at once, and that is the try for La Rochelle. So it's the fella who has got the multi still in the chat who did have to have them winning by 15, because at the moment they are winning this game by 2 points here. So maybe there is still a chance that they can continue to build while Glasgow are a man down for the next 7.5 minutes. 32 points for Munster, 7 for the Wasps here. And it looks like there's an injury for Glasgow in their game. They've kicked it for the touchline. Munster at the moment, they are not just looking for a win. They're looking for an obliteration. They are trying to make a statement up against this Wasps side. Munster were the underdogs going into this game. How could anyone have this team as the underdogs the way that they are playing at the moment? They are playing like a side who maybe could make their way to the final, and that's going to be Andrew Conway now. Down the wing, driving his way nicely forward. Almost a little bit of a tip-tack on him. Just inside of the 22 now, Damien Delende with the quick feet shuffle as well. There's going to be some selection headache for the coaching staff next week with the likes of Klein O'Donoghue, also Cluete, Zebu and Haley to come back out of quarantine next week as well, says Paul O'Sullivan. It's going to be so tough, isn't it, indeed? Because, I mean, it's a penalty to the Wasps. Nicely done there. But yeah, it's just that massive question of like, I'd love to see Campbell get another shot. He's been going very well in this game, and I feel like with those young players, the best way to keep their momentum going is to just keep on giving them chances. And that one as well, I'm at the match as well. I'm from Munster and live in Coventry as well. Munster have a lot of excellent young players. Great reflection on the development of youth. Every good player was once young and new as well. Says JS 2000 as well. Exactly right, mate. And yes, Leinster will make the final, and I'm going to be bold and say all Irish teams will make the semi-final. That would be, tell you what, that would show some Irish dominance if they were able to get all four of their sides together. I know that Toulouse would love to say otherwise, but it's going to be the massive question of whether or not it is going to be the case. I think this might almost be the yellow card for Glasgow here. And also we have got all the lurkers that are watching should hit that like button as well. Or Seb won't get Employee of the Month as well there. But yeah, anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated. Even though the vocal cords have not been working in this live stream, we are still going to continue to do these ones. And fingers crossed that the voice will be back tomorrow as well. But they are giving that try in favour of Laudo Show, and also bloody hell, Richard. That's too bold, mate, as well. Says Sebastian, tell you what, I think Munster and Leinster definitely both have a shot of being able to do so, if not more than that. I think my prediction yesterday was Munster, Leinster, Leicester, and then also Toulouse, and then maybe Harlequins or Exeter Chiefs might be able to sneak into that semi-final as well. And now 61.5 minutes. Redbreast 12 is without the best as well. And the chat says Anthony Hughes there, and also I'm a Munster man, but can't see anyone beat Leinster as well. Says Stephen O'Brien there. Higher West nails that kick, and now La Rochelle lead that game by 4 points now up against Munster. It's going to be fired in nicely. And once again, now the Wasps are going to start marching their way forward. Still 6.5 minutes left of that yellow card. The red card in this game for Brad Shields early on did change the momentum. And this one for the Wasps now, it is going to be a good seller. The dummy there from another man who did get a yellow card. It was Dan Frost. There's an advantage now for the player flopping straight over the top, I should say. Thomas Young, good pressure on him by Omani. He was able to shut him down pretty early. The rush defense from Munster trying to work out. Damien Delende has been able to make the tackle on Josh Bassett. And they are going back for the original penalty. Oh, big hit on Gregory Eldred, I do see in that La Rochelle game. So anyone who doesn't know what the next games are in the Champions Cup, we have got one more game left, and that is Harlequins taking on it is Castres that they are actually playing. Go on my Instagram and look at my whiskey book as well. It says that Katie Dixon there in the chat. I'm going to do it right now while they are kicking this one for touch here. For the Wasps, one moment I go like this, I go like this. Kiwi lads have got to switch over to that Instagram for Irish wins in Europe against French and English opposition. Nice Christmas present as well. Says now, and tell you what, it's going to be double next week if they are able to do it again up against all of the opposition that they have gone. Well, we are the only country with a clean record after week one as well, says Richard. Exactly right. So it is pretty awesome to see. There we go. Katie, 59 seconds ago, you did post it, and I have now seen a few bottles of whiskey, which I am happy about. Now it's the rolling mob for the Wasps. They are actually in a good position here. This could be a try if they can get themselves just a little bit through this defense, because that's the thing. If the Wasps can score 2 quick tries at the end of this game, they still get the bonus point as well here. Now just throwing themselves at the line. It is the big number 20 who's only recently made his way out onto the field, I believe. I want to make sure I have the right name. It was actually Okra who was making his way out there. Still going forward here. Dan Frost working hard for a side. Good flat ball. The referee almost was in the way of one of the Munster players. And that is going to be the try for the Wasps. And my daughter Amelia says hi as well, says Stephen. So welcome into the live stream, Amelia. I hope you are doing well. And also thanks you for the like, Hamish, as well. Says that Katie Dixon there, but it was Michael, the Burjoy, who was able to get, I always say his name wrong. And I know I've pronounced it wrong. Right there, La Rochelle look like they are once again going to be taking on the 3 points. That will give them a 7-point lead up against the opposition here. And Glasgow's a 15, I believe it was, that they had to win it by a while. Well, Connacht absolutely ruined the Petersons as well. They did indeed. I wasn't expecting. I thought Stade de France, they would put up a decent fight. What match are you planning to do next Friday as well, says Richard. Normally it does depend on what they do show here in New Zealand, but next Friday, I'll have a quick look as well. I'm just realizing how hard running a YouTube commentary channel is. Dot marks, you're able to create constant talk for 80 minutes. I wouldn't be able to manage 8 minutes as well, says JS. Thank you very much. But yeah, it is relatively tough at times. Definitely, like, that's the thing. My voice sounds terrible today, but like, I feel completely fine other than the voice just not playing the game. As well, piping hot water as well, says Anthony there. And also, I don't use Instagram, Katie, as well, says Sebastian. So the games next week, it is going to be between either Ulster, Northampton, or Montpellier, Leinster. And I believe we will be doing Montpellier, Leinster, I think would be the big one. Spoonful brown sugar as well. Says Anthony, does that help? I lost voice, Anthony. Would that be alongside lemon and honey, or is it just those two? Do let me know. And also, we have got the Oki's brother as well in the chat, says Katie Dixon. But the score at the moment in La Rochelle's game, they are sitting 20 points to 13. The Wasps, after scoring that try, they are now sitting on 14 points to 32, 15 minutes left. And it looks like they're starting to find a little bit of momentum here for the Wasps. They are looking like they're going to keep on continuing going for the try scorers, Alfie Bearbury, and also now he has added his name to the list, Lee Bergeroy, and then Keith Earls, Patrick Campbell, Andrew Conway, and Scott Buckley are the other try scorers for the Munster side. It's a little knock on. So now it is going to be Munster who have once again got this ball back. Connor Murray fires it back on the halfway line. Ty Byrne, you can always tell where that man is because he's got the bright blue headgear. Good backline movement opening up. Damien Dialende cuts on the inside. Decides to take on the contact. Not allowed to get it there for 7 is the call. So Thomas Young isn't quite able to contest it. It's now going to be in the midfield once again here. Nicely run forward by it was Chris Farrell. He has actually had a very busy day. That's going to be player leaving the feet for the Wasps, and that is going to be the penalty, and he is not too happy about that one. Josh Bassett asking the question of why that is a penalty. He's got a bleeding nose as well there, I do see for himself. La Rochelle are really pouring on the pressure, I do see as well in the later stages of their game up against Glasgow. And great because Ulster will win with 4 tries. I expect Leinster game to be closer as well, says Richard English. Yeah, the fact that Leinster were able to win so comfortably up against Northampton, Leinster played Bath, but the fact that Northampton did struggle as much as they did in their last game when they did end up losing to, I'm trying to remember who they actually lost to. Northampton, they did end up losing up against, I'm just getting the result, 45 points to 14 up against Racing 92. So it should be a relatively easy win for the Ulster boys there as well. Now Glasgow, once again, are going to be kicking this one for the corner. I think that they're going to be able to score themselves a try possibly very soon into that game as well. But this one, we are sitting currently 66 minutes through it as well. So if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're actually only around 5 subscribers away from hitting 8,400 subscribers on the channel. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated. Okra actually going off the field, not yawned in a while as well. Says it was JA's there trying to jinx it big time. And tell you what, I can actually feel it almost working. So it's literally, you've got so much power. Piping hot water, spoonful of brown sugar, slice of lemon, and a few sticks of cloves stuck in a lemon, stick in the lemon as well. A large shot of Irish whiskey and enjoy, says Anthony there. And also 70 cents to yawns as well. Will you please give the Harlequins a shout at the end of the stream image as well, says Sebastian. I will indeed, mate. Harlequins, the boys. I was very happy when I saw Edinburgh win yesterday up against Saracens, and I think that was because we did have you guys in the chat well and truly going for the Scottish side. And their match, Joey Carberry looks like he is just going to be taking on the 3 points. It worked as well. Says that JA's there, and also we have the Yum in the chat from Katie Dixon. At the moment, they are showing Big Will Skelton on the field trying to defend for a side. 6 to go as well, says Jay there, and we've got 14 minutes left now. And in this matchup as well between these two sides, it struck nicely. And that one has gone over from Joey Carberry. He now makes the score 35 points to 14. It's a 21-point margin. 21 points. That's a lot. That's a lot. There's a lot of points when you think about it. I was thinking about it for a second there, and then I thought about it again, and that is a lot of points. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 to go into this one for the Yawns, and also only a total of 13 minutes to go for this matchup as well. It is going to be taken nicely by Peter O'Mahony. Kicks it down, Belter. Tim Tam Slam will coat the throat as well. Says that JA's there. and the chat as well. And also, there are many Kiwi players in the French League, as the French League followed in New Zealand as well. Any games live on television, says JS2000. So we have got a few of the matches that we do get to see. Not a huge amount though. Like the top 14 kind of ends up taking a back foot when we've got the Premiership and everything like that going at the same time. But we do get about 3 games a week each week. So I have actually been watching those games. I think the last one I watched was Stade Francais versus La Rochelle. Was one of those games, which was a relatively good one. 20 points to 25 in the end, I think. And it was the win for La Rochelle. And a half-ball victory for them as well. Pretty good game by European rugby as well. Says Sebastian, has been indeed. We're getting to see a lot of tries being scored in this one, but also, like these two sides, they have got that very fast-paced backline style of rugby and a kicking game that is entertaining to watch for them as well. That's a massive push there for the Wasps at scrum time. Scrum time. Big Will Skelton is driving his way forward there for La Rochelle, and they look like they might be able to get themselves another try here very, very soon if they are lucky. I think it is Bergeret who was getting himself carried there only 5 meters out here for La Rochelle. It's a little knock on as well. We have got there. Please hit that like button, and Hamish will yawn. It's free as well, says Jay there. I hope not. I hope there are no more yawns coming today for myself, but 35 points to 14 at the moment. The Wasps have been playing with 13 men for a long time. They've actually got Big Will Skelton at number 5 for that game for La Rochelle, and he is certainly looking tough like he always does. And at that one, Skelton did get a couple opportunities for the Wallabies and the November internationals. I forgot how to open my mouth and talk there for a second. I was just kind of suddenly like, all crossing. And it is going to be the penalty now for the Wasps. They thought about taking the quick tap, decides against it. And now it is going to be once again the lineout. They want to get that 4th try. They want to get the bonus point here for the Wasps, and they are working hard to try and do so. It's going to be 5 meters out, and they are once again going to have the lineout, and it will be none other than Dan Frost, the man who did get a yellow card earlier on in the match. Brad Shields still not back out on the field, and that is due to his red card that he did get a little bit earlier on. Peter O'Mahony, he will be fired up for this game. He will be ready to go as well to try and finish out this one. And he's been able to steal it in the line out as well there. Peter O'Mahony doing extremely well. The Wasps losing their footing there. And it's still going to be on the side of Munster. He's rubbing his head though, Peter O'Mahony. Surely he didn't take another head knock, but I think he did. He seems to take them like they are going out of fashion at the moment. That one's gone into touch from Connor Murray. And now it is going to be the line out throw here for La Rochelle, sorry, for the Wasps. Still sitting about 40 meters out. A lot of pressure on Glasgow there. Only a couple meters out from their line. Looking like they're going to be running it out as well, which is a very risky tactic to do when you are as close to their line as they are there. Saying that they haven't quite got their Wasps players at that line out, so they're just waiting for them to arrive. But I will say, anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are going to be back next week with the Champions Cup and also with some BBL tomorrow. Or today, I guess it is as well. I'm getting my days mixed up, but it is the Renegades taking on the Heat and the BBL that's going to be going back. Oh, little knock on is the call there on maybe a forward pass, and he always bangs his head, Peter O'Mahony as well. Oh, sorry, O'Mahony. And there says Jonathan Sullivan. Yeah, he always ends up. That's the thing. We always call him. His head is almost a pinball machine or a pinball in a pinball machine. He just keeps on smacking it on things. And it bounces off the walls, bounces off other people. He keeps going. He goes, no, I didn't even feel it. I'll just keep on running around as if nothing has happened there. And now it is going to be another couple replacements being made for Munster. So a couple of those young players who did have to start this match, the likes of, it was actually Owen O'Connor, did very nicely for himself in this game. La Rochelle at the moment, they are looking like they're in a good position to be able to score themselves another try here with the draw and passes and a knock on. Yes, it is once again for La Rochelle. And thanks again for all the live stream. My routine are watching BBLs or watching stream. Catch you on the BBL tomorrow. Hopefully your voice all good tomorrow as well. Says Kevin, thank you very much, mate. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be all good as well. But thank you all very much. I almost said thank you all very much for tuning in. We're not quite over yet. We've got 10 more minutes left. More is off the field. And that is for Buckley, who was able to score himself a try in that first game, or the first half almost, of the second half. The first half of the second half, which is also known as the third quarter, I guess, if you want to get fancy with it, even though there aren't quarters in rugby. Oh, a little bit of push and shove there on the ground at the moment between the Wasps and Munsters. The scrums are still evenly contested between these two sides. And now Anderson has made his way out onto the field. That is replacing Marcus Watson as well. And also we've got the Omani won't make it to 50. Poor sod as well. Ted Sebastian, although the thing is, like the way he keeps on hitting his body, like, and keeps on getting up, like normally you'd think by now that they would start kicking in. But he seems to be like, I don't know what he's made of, but it's not human because he just keeps on getting up. It's on, yep. And the chat says Jonathan there. Well, also, so he's Katie to Jonathan in 10 more minutes, 6 more yawns there as well from Jay Hayes. That's weird. It's annoying how well that works every single time you do it. Why cut our pass there for Munster, little chip in behind from Conroy. Andrew Conroy sits up for him. Oh, sorry, Andrew Conway. Getting the names confused there. If Omani didn't get concussion or did get concussion, he'd run it off. He eats nails for breakfast as well, says Paul O'Sullivan there. And also Peter Omani, Wolverine, says Katie Dixon. And also we have got there in the chat, make it 5 now as well, says that J.A.'s. Kicked him behind from the Wasps. Good kick downfield. And now, unfortunately, Joey Carberry is now down. They do not want to be losing these young players. Definitely not when you've got yourself not in a good position in terms of the amount of players who will be missing. There's actually 2 people down for them at the moment there. And we have also got there in the chat for anyone from Ireland. You can watch highlights of all matches tonight on Virgin Media 2 from 11 to 10 p.m. Irish time as well. I am the Yawn Monster as well there, says that JM. What I'm quickly going to do as well for anyone around the world, actually, I might be able to help you out one moment. Champions Cup 2021. We go like this, and we go like this, and we go like this, and we go like this. Right, ladies and gentlemen, anyone who does want to watch the highlights of this game after it takes place and any of the other Champions Cup games, that is the link to the YouTube channel of the Heineken Champions Cup. They will have the highlights on that channel for all of the games that are taking place as of late. They've got the highlights from Connacht versus Stade Francais already, Exeter versus Montpellier on there as well, and all of the other matches that take place for the Champions Cup. And I believe even the Challenge Cup, they have got those games on there as well. So be sure to check out those ones as well. And Wolverine has his work cut out for him as well in that fight as well, says Katie Dixon there. And stubbornness carries him through a lot as well, says it was Jonathan, but at the moment, they are still going to have this ball available for themselves. Peter Omani, who's down now? It is Joey Carberry, though. It's what's the word that rhymes with lawn as well. See the J, and also we have got the He's an absolute beast with the 10 out of 10 on the bob fuzz. I didn't even say the word. It just rhymes with it. It still happened. Joey Carberry there kicks it in behind. And I believe he was that very hard in that tackle by Joey Carberry. And I know what Sebastian put there, but I'm not reading it out. At the moment, unfortunately, for Joey Carberry, I'm just waiting to see this replay. Here it comes. Oh, no, he's lined up by the big man. Oh, that's going to hurt your midsection of me pointing out the picture of Peter Omani during a baptism. See that guy right there? And the guy can take a punch as well. Says Katie Dixon. Also, we have got there the chat, the laughing emojis from Richard as well, and it worked. And there was on, you had a long weekend. Says Richard, we did indeed. It looks like Joey Carberry actually holding the arm here. It might be a wrist or maybe a elbow injury for him at this stage. And also, we've got there for, come on, lawnmower as well, says Jay there in the chat. And now at the moment, it is going to be Joey Carberry making his way off the field, which is a shame to see for Munster. But now instead, it is going to be now Tony Butler, who has made his way out there. Actually, it's actually Jonathan Wren, who is out there. And like they've said, he's 18 years of age. They've got quite a few academy players in there for them. But that one has gone in and gone out. And now it's a scrum for the for the Wasps here. And also we have their lawn mowing service. As also Sebastian, of course, a classic saying from the channel a little while ago. We've still got that clips lurking around somewhere of me and George doing ourselves as a live stream, or doing the live stream, I should say. But now 73 minutes, 20 seconds left. And there is as well, says Katie Dixon. Now kicking it through the gap, almost for La Rochelle, and a Kiwi Lads classic as well. Mow my front lawn as well, says Jay Hayes. If you do want something to mow your front lawn, Lawnmower 4.0 from Manscaped would do the job. There's still school kids as well, says Jonathan. Imagine that. Imagine going to school on Monday because they might not quite be finished their schooling, and you're just like, oh, what'd you do for the weekend? Oh, I went down to the shops. Will be what one person says. One of the girls, oh, I got my nails done. Decided that I'd give myself a little pedicure. What did you do? What did you do, bloody? What's your name? What did you do, Jonathan? Oh, I played for Munster in the rugby. I actually played Munster in the Champions Cup of all things. Hasn't Joey Coventry gone through enough already as well? Says Katie Nichols. Yeah, it is a shame that he is injured at the moment. And now, pretty much at this stage, it is going to be now once again the Wasps who do receive that one. So what's the plan this week, guys, as well? Says it Richard. Pretty much for ourselves, we have got way more of the KFC Big Bash and the John Cleese lady voice as well. And then there says Katie Dixon with the 10 out of 10. But yeah, pretty much we are going to have a lot more of the BBL on the channel. Also the Ashes, we are hoping to do a little bit of that as well while we are at it. And then also, while we are at it, we have got the Champions Cup this weekend that is going to be coming on the channel. Also, I'm hoping that the voice by about that third or fourth one of the day will be able to come back. It will be not too bad for us as well. Now driving their way forward here for the Wasps, currently sitting 75 minutes into this game. Still have hope that they will be able to get themselves just the one try. It's still going to be available for them. It's an advantage now to the Wasps. Tyburn going through the middle. Still trying to drive their way forward a couple meters short. This could end up being a card here against Munster. Still getting closer and closer here. Around the side, they won't even worry about this conversion, to be fair. It's a good counter ruck there from the Wasps. Driving their way forward, trying to get one last chance. They've still got the advantage. They're going back for it as well. Then also we've got their Munster have farmed a lot of their players back to the Irish League. So there's their players got weekly competitive games rather than being in an academy playing pointless matches against other academies, says that JS. And I feel like that is actually somewhere that is making the difference for them, because that's the thing. It's all well and good playing up against opposition that are also coming through those academies, like you mentioned, but it's different being in the match setting. Are they twins? Are those Munster boys twins? Because they look exactly the same. Who are they? Is it Donnelly? No. Who are those two boys? Because they are actually identical in that one. Actually, it might have actually been, Scott Buckley. And then to his side, I believe, is it also Buckley? I don't know whether or not he did play the match, though. For the other man, they're almost twins. They look very similar. 13 cents, come on, my 70 cents as well, or 13 yawn, sorry. And this is Jay. And now, that was an unexpected cough. You know, when you sometimes just get attacked by a cough, and he was fired up there for Buckley, and he has been able to receive himself player of the match. I did say he deserved to try, and that is exactly what he did deserve. 4 minutes left in this game now. Omani almost able to intercept it now for the Wasps. It is going to be the quick feed of Frost, getting driven backwards nicely. Once again, Munster working hard into this situation. Oh, no. Oh. It's a good run. What I was trying to say. On the outside now, they still have men with them. Out now to Andrew Conway. Kicks it way downfield. Brilliant kick there from Conway. And now it is going to be the Wasps who will have this one. Oh, that's pretty harsh. That is very harsh indeed, with where they have decided that it is going to be going out, because that is only going to be about 15 meters out from the 22, and that's for the World Cup that's for the World Cup in 2023, because contracts are being renewed at the moment as well, says Richard. Ethan Coughlin, making his way onto the field. That is for Connor Murray, so getting himself just a few minutes at the end of this game. 14-3 to go as well, says Jay there in the chat. But yeah, pretty much like the World Cup, Ireland are going to be one of those guys, or one of those teams that actually I feel like, because that's the thing, they've never made it through to the quarterfinal of a World Cup, and I feel like this time in 2023 is going to be the time. I know that everyone says that every single year of the World Cup, but this time I'm actually backing it as well. Yawns are coming down to the wire as well, says that JA. They are indeed at the moment. La Rochelle leading their game up against Glasgow by a total of 7. He's leading by 7 actually. And how long left in the game, says Katie Nichols? We have got ourselves 3 more minutes, I should say, and that is going to be the penalty once again against them. But Munster at the moment, they're looking pretty good in the early stages of this one. Glasgow, they are sitting currently 7 points behind La Rochelle. So they need to try and get themselves a last-minute try if they do want any chance of being able to get back. Hamish, your voice as well there. And the chat says Katie Dixon in quarterfinal exit as well. It will either be France or ABs, the knockouters, or that knock us out as well, says Johnny there. Jonathan in the chat. And now Munster at the moment, they are sitting in a good position to be able to maybe get themselves just one more extra try. You are not allowed to play for Ireland unless you play for an Irish club as well. Says it Richard English there. So yeah, I guess that does mean that it does limit a few of those guys. That's probably why we don't see too many Irish players going overseas, unless they are slightly, like, I guess you could say, semi-retired, such as I believe, is he actually completely retired now, Rob Carney, as he was there, Yawn, Lorne, Pawn, Dawn, Horn, Scorner, and Bourne as well there from Jay. I'm hoping that because you put so much of them, unless you're Johnny Sexton as well, says that Jonathan Sullivan there. But yeah, I'm hoping because you put so many words next to each other, it's not going to have the same effect as it normally. It still had the same effect. Lado Show at the moment, still driving their way forward. It looks like they want to get one more try in this game. That's the thing. They've got 2 tries so far. If they get themselves one more, they just keep dropping the ball. Roberts retired. That is a shame because I know he was playing for the Western Force last year and is just a very experienced fullback for his side. And also, yeah, Rob is semi-retired as well, says Richard there in the chat. And Jay is absolutely loving the fact that somehow he is controlling my body. That sounded weird for a second when I was saying up at Glasgow. It looked like they want one more try. It's a little knock on, but it's going back for the penalty. 2 to go as well. Says that Jay, so it is offside against La Rochelle. If Glasgow can get themselves some form of points here, like they've got the bonus point at the moment, but they could get themselves maybe a little bit more if they do end up getting this one into touch nicely. Downfield, does find the touchline. And it was a good kick. They're showing there. Brad Shields, he will not be happy with the way that this one went for himself. Unfortunately, to get sent off the match extremely early. Johnny Sexton could move to the Japanese League and still be the Irish captain as well. And Corn in the thingy-mabob from Jay. I don't think Corn is close enough as well. Now Wasps once again with a good attacking run. There are 10 seconds left. So from here, it is not possible for the Wasps to get themselves a bonus point, but they can still get one more. And it's going to be the penalty advantage in their favor. And also Zian and the chat as well. It's going to be the grubber, and now it's going to be the penalty in favor of the Wasps. Glasgow are currently sitting just outside of the 22 at La Rochelle. They want one more try in this match, which is fair play. Wouldn't mind seeing them get one more as well. Imagine a draw between La Rochelle and also Glasgow. They're still working hard. They've still got the ball in hand. And it's just phase after phase for the boys here from Glasgow. The Scottish going to be almost throwing themselves straight at the line there for it was Sione Tuipolotu. Looked a little bit high on him as well. They still have to keep that one. That's a little knock on for the Wasps. And that is going to be the end of the game. Munster win at 35 points. 2-14. Phenomenal performance there for their side. It looks like La Rochelle might be able to steal this ball for themselves as well. It's actually gone back onto the side. No, it's a penalty to La Rochelle, and I'm having for 15 yards. I predicted 17 as well. And Fawn in there from Johnny. Oh, that one did it. La Rochelle, they will be kicking this ball out, and that will be the end of the game. Cheers for the stream, Hamish. Fair play for you for doing this as well. Come on, you beautiful Quins. And the chat says Sebastian also thanks a million for the commentary as well. And no, he can't. That's now not allowed after the France incident a few years ago. And also we have got there not allowed. And the chat says Richard, and also 16 even closer as well, says Jay there. And go on, Munster, says Katie. But we did get to see some very good tries throughout this match. The bonus point still goes in favour of Glasgow here for their other game up against La Rochelle, where La Rochelle were able to get themselves a win in total. That game was only split by 7 points, a little bit closer. As Arnold, so we've got that. Thank you for all you do for us, Hamish, as well. There says Katie Dixon, and no worries at all. Thank you very much for watching these live streams. It is hugely appreciated you guys all being here. If you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because we are going to be back with plenty more action in the future for the Champions Cup and also for the BBL. And also we have got there. Cheers, mate. Hope your voice helps for tomorrow as well. One more yawn left as well. And there goes. This goes up with one of the best Munster Europe wins, probably tops a lot now as well, says Paul O'Sullivan. They just look strong throughout that whole matchup. That is the link to the European Rugby Championship page, the Heineken Champions Cup, if you guys do want to see the highlights of that one and have a good long rest. And I hope your throat feels better as well, says it was Katie Dixon there. And big love, everyone. I appreciate you all. And there from Sebastian. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, and shows how good our younger lads are as well. Exactly right. And they are just showing that the depth at Munster Rugby at the moment is absolutely huge. Takes Katie to the garage to do some karate as well. Big love to fam There says Katie Dixon, but nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I swear my voice will be back, hopefully for the next one that we do of the Champions Cup. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for